Prime one, that's him. Sky, thought you thought, but I wasn't born yesterday. All I do is ball, you goofies underestimate. Heavyweight bag, step on your weight class. I done moved across states, blood I can't cap. Strap with it on my pivot, clocking digits. Rock hard and I ain't even in the kitchen. I'm on a mission to move soft, make a thing flip like a moonsault. Keep a switch for everybody through salt. Face froze, somebody check dude's pulse. Is you stepping or stepped on? Wake the game up, make them regret I was slept on. Bogey's world, welcome to a new dawn. Till I move up, I can never move on. Big bread got me bougie past the great poop on. I'm getting over while you busy fighting over croutons. Yeah, bogeyism, a true boat brother gon' get it. All this water got me tripping. Hella fish scale, but I ain't fishing. See I move with precision. When it comes to living, I'm the definition. If I stand for one thing, it's on business. Bogeyism, it just hit different. Yeah, it just hit different. You find my story is all non-fiction. I put my fam before me and I gotta mention. I keep an air fan tone mob a henchman. For you squares, option for opposition. And you ops that get popped trying to stop my ascension. Talking generational, you got my attention. Underworld motivational, you feel the sensation. Try and see how I look, get booked, I'll take it. I was just a cook, all it took was some patience. Now my phone off the hook, I got hella deals waiting. You ain't really made it unless you got somebody hating. Bogey's world, welcome to a new dawn. Till I move up, I can never move on. Big bread got me bougie past the gray poop on. Getting over while you busy fighting over croutons. Yeah, bogeyism, a true boat brother gon' get it. All this water got me tripping. Hella fish scale, but I ain't fishing. See I move with precision. When it comes to living, I'm the definition. If I stand for one thing, it's on business. Bogeyism, it just hit different. Yeah. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. It's a very special day today.
Come on now.
My adopted son / adopted dad, Lee, is turning 50 today. The ear to the streets. Happy birthday, brother.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Lee. Let him know what show this is.
This is your Friday edition of Wake
Your
Motherfucking Game of Let's Fucking Go!
Yeah. Man, I'm very proud of the milestones that the GWN is achieving, man. 50 is big.
Oh, King B.
We got 100 years of ears.
I got some big ones, pause.
Hey, 50 years here, that's 100 years, man.
Yeah.
I got two here, I got two behind me.
There you go. Look, he got a couple hundred years worth of ears.
Yeah, I got those British jeans, man. I got those dumb
Happy birthday.
Oh no, you sent me some polo jeans.
Yo.
Pokey, that was Christmas early.
Give me some British jeans.
Come on now. We got a lot. It's a lot of people done pulled up on us this morning for Lee's birthday, man. King D said happy birthday.
Thank you for all the wishes.
We got Drizzle in the building, Big Muddy Cups, man, on a Friday. We got Minnesota Dean on a Friday, man. We got Derek on a motherfucking Friday, man. Come on now.
Man, shout out to everybody in the chat.
We got
Happy
Albert
Friday
on a motherfucking Friday. We got Brandon on a motherfucking Friday, man.
He's on fire.
Come on now. We got Ghost Monkey on a motherfucking Friday.
Big Ghost.
Come on now.
I'll be taking all my trades at a discount too.
There you go. Send him now.
I get this. Hey, my friend said in Massachusetts, I get a senior citizen discount at Dunkin' Donuts.
There you go, bro. Hey, okay. Did you guys ever do that when you know it's your birthday and you go to all these places because they'll give you free shit? Have you ever went on my free shit birthday tour before?
No, I've never done it.
I do it all the time, even when it's not my birthday. My girl used to hate it because we'd be places, and then all of a sudden they'd come out singing "Happy Birthday." I told it's your birthday.
I always know. Usually, my birthday used to fall on Father's Day a lot too.
You know what I'm saying? Come on,
you
man.
know,
why aren't we getting the free little cupcake, woo wop, or whatever the fuck? You feel me?
We used to back in the day.
You know what I don't like is when the restaurant workers, they come out and they're unenthusiastic. Happy birthday. They got the little fucking whatever birthday. Yo, come on, man. Put some pep in it. You know what I mean?
That's why you gotta go to like shit like Joe's. You gotta go to shit like Joe's Crab Shack and all the motherfuckers that eat babies and the whole motherfucking staff will come out and turn up.
Hey,
oh
look,
my mama.
The Joe's Crab Shack, I think they closed it in the one in San Jose, but they had, I mean, they were replicas, but they had all the Niner fucking Lombardi woo-wops.
Oh, my mama.
I always thought that was fly. I was like, man, that's what I need in my man cave.
That'd be federal as fuck. 5 trophies.
Yeah, all in the glass cases, all nice, and they have the little plaques, you know what I mean? Some high-end replica shit.
Come on now. Minnesota Den said, happy birthday to our very own Ear to the Streets, a.k.a. Lee.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dennis.
Yeah,
man. My birthday wish is to beat Diamond Joe this week.
Yeah.
You're just going to waste it on that?
He kicked my fucking ass.
Diamond Joe without that wish.
No, motherfucker, it's going down in a motherfucking dead hole now, motherfucker.
Hey, Lee talks that shit.
I have 6 pictures come Sunday. He has motherfucking 1.
Uh-oh.
Let's fucking go. And I still have 2 aces up the hole to nail his ass on Sunday.
Pause.
Pause. Hard pause. Hey, it's my birthday. Pause. I'm gonna pause it all I fucking want today.
He's on fire.
I swear to God, I need my own fucking show.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday, Ears. Enjoy your birthday.
Hey, the ears are popping today, motherfuckers. Let's fucking go.
Let's take it to them 50-year-old streets. And Lee was around when they had cobblestone streets.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, he said cobblestone street.
I do have a gift.
Cobblestone Street.
Lee
got
got
100 years of ears.
100 years of ears.
Oh, you want me to open my gifts live? I'm gonna open them live.
Let's go.
100 years of I can't even say it.
100 years of ears.
That's a fucking tongue twister, bro. Pause.
Hey, 100-year ear. That's what he's called. He keeps it 100.
100-year ear.
Hey, he keep it 100. You know what I mean?
Hey, Kidda, do you want this?
I can't. Hold on. Let me.
And another
Hold
one.
on, hold on,
and
hold
another
on.
one.
He's opening gifts. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
I got the #1 fucking thing.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it'd probably go great on your. What is it? Do you have a truck? You know how they have that Texas
I
truck?
don't know, but I could put it on your head and say, "Hey, motherfucker, come on back home."
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
He wants you to come back home.
He's hitting up.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, there's not a lot to. I don't have to say a lot. This is coming from a Chargers fan, so you know.
Oh. Hey, JD, what's it going on?
The impact is minimal.
The impact is minimal. I see you,
Hey,
big
JD, this is it.
That motherfucker dripping,
Hey,
literally.
that
Move to the left, Lee.
Yep, there you go. It's putting you in the what we call that, horizontal, the vertical.
Try and move to the right.
We got that. We got that vertical.
Right.
How do you put it on the horizontal?
Okay. Oh
I think it's
no.
called landscape. You need to be in.
How bad?
You're on
He
portrait.
just needs to switch the device around. Probably rotate it.
What was wrapped in that? Boo-boo?
Yeah, because like I swear, a second ago he was straight with the. Camera.
He defies all gravity at the age of 50.
All right.
Oh, you like that?
Man.
His
There you
bone
go.
density just went.
You
You know what I mean?
got it. You got to turn your device sideways or something for some reason.
Well, I'm gonna at least look at it because I haven't seen it in months.
Yeah.
He'll figure it out.
I ain't got no lighter.
Well, what we do know is Jaire Alexander signed a 1-year, $4 million deal worth $2 million in reachable incentives based on playing time.
Only $4 million?
$4 million and $2 million in reachable incentives.
Hey, Lee, I think so.
Reachable as in like he gets to play X amount of snaps
Do you
probably.
super glue? I think it can worry.
He probably needs to play like 70% of the snaps and he'll get like $1 million. If he plays like 80, he can get like another $1 million.
Now, Ravens Lamar Jackson.
Brandon, you's a fool.
Now, Ravens Lamar Jackson was a big component in bringing in Jaire.
Have they ever played against each other? He's probably Lamar's. You know what
Did
he's
they go to school?
probably saying?
Did they go to college together?
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
what I
Yeah, they
thought.
were at Louisville together.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh,
thought.
word. Okay.
Because
Oh, that's dope. He went and got his homie. He's like, look, this motherfucker used to pick me up all the time in practice.
now, as for Jaire, the Panthers were among the teams interested in him, but they did not. They couldn't.
But
offer
he
more
wants
than
to try to
Ravens.
chase some kind of ring.
Yeah. Now, as for Lamar Jackson, could seek a contract extension worth $65 to $75 million per year and may limit it to 3 new years for flexibility.
65 million?
Yes.
Hey, look, you know, two-time MVP.
We may
to
be
the
hitting
AFC
100
title
million tilts.
It's like, what if he ever wins the Super Bowl? Where they're gonna be like $100 million contract extension every time? Because you know Lamar, he hasn't really fared well in big games in his career, but every time he takes another step in the postseason, they pay him. You know what I mean?
Facts.
You know what I mean? MVP twice now. Now he's asking for some bread again. You know, the Stallion just got his bag, right? He got it.
Yep.
He was like, "Give me it." Because
which proves the fact that just because you're not winning the Super Bowl doesn't mean that you're not gonna be able to reset a market value.
Exactly.
It's like I think he's gonna do it again. It should probably be well deserved. I would say for his 2 MVPs and
regular season success.
He has three postseason wins under his belt. I think he has 3 playoff wins under his belt.
Yeah.
He's a really, when you look at Lamar Jackson and Pat Mahomes and what the best players in the NFL, like what they actually provide on and off the field, not too bad of role models, those 2 guys right there. And they're probably the 2 biggest influences to the young kids right now, do you think?
Yeah, because you
maybe
can't say that about
some of the wide
Watson.
receivers are different, but for the most part, the quarterbacks.
Yeah, Lamar is Lamar. He got his mom's as his manager, right, or as his agent. You know what I mean? And like he's quiet as kept. You don't hear negative shit about Lamar.
Right.
Only time he's ever really spoke out is like when they traded away Hollywood Brown. He's like, man, why they trade my boy away? You know what I mean? Or like he'll be like, I need to get what's coming to me or something like that. I remember he said something along the lines of that before he got his first big contract. So now he's speaking out again, like, look, you know what I mean? Give me my bag. You mean, and Patrick Mahomes, you don't hear shit about him too, because it's like almost like how the media shelters him. They you know what I mean? Like you really got to get some TMZ shit. Like there's a comedian. You guys ever seen Bobby Lee's podcast? He would share. He also did one with another comedian. He was like a redhead dude with a beard.
Yeah, that's Bad Friends.
Bad Friends, right? Okay, that dude. He tells the badass Patrick Mahomes story because apparently Patrick Mahomes is a big fan. So Patrick Mahomes showed up at one of his comedy shows with his wife, and then he's just laughing out loud, at that fucking distinctive ass fucking Kermit the Frog laugh and shit. You know what I mean? And then he does the meet and greet, and then the wife wants to go back to the room or whatever the fuck, and he's like, "No, I want to go have some drinks. Hey, bro, you want to go out and have some beers?" And then what's the dude's name? The redhead dude. He's like, "Sure." And he said they went to a bar for like 2 hours, and Patrick Mahomes put away 15 beers, 15 tall boys.
Yeah, they was probably some motherfucking Miller Lite. That's why.
Probably. Still though, I was like, okay, Patrick Mahomes. No wonder he goes home. Hell, he goes home plastered.
Yeah, that motherfucker got a gut too, though. Oh my mama, he's not like a workout warrior like type motherfucker. He stay in shape, but that motherfucker do got a gut though. Oh, everything. Pause.
I mean, for me, this is an easy conversation for the NFL's sake. We're talking the two best. I don't know. Andrew Luck had his moments of like, wow, this guy's great, but he's nowhere near Tom Brady or Peyton Manning. So those two guys alone.
They had to deflate the ball against them.
Shit, Peyton Manning does Bud Light commercials with
100%. He indulged.
He got that whole
sure.
thing going on the
in 2013. In 2013. The reigning champions were the Baltimore Ravens, right? So the season opener opens up, and it's Baltimore versus Denver. And they already had Peyton Manning. They just signed Wes Welker that offseason. You know what I mean? They're about to go crazy, right? And then but there's like a crazy storm in Baltimore, so they moved the game to Denver. So Baltimore opens up that year on the road, but it's supposed to be a quote unquote home game for them. And then they're giving them the fucking Super Bowl treatment and whatnot. But then Peyton Manning goes out there and throws 7 touchdowns on these motherfuckers. And the first thing they ask him, they're like, "Oh man, so how you feeling?" He says, "I need a cold Bud Light for my mouth."
Come on now.
And I was like, because he was already preemptively setting it up. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, bro.
Endorsement. I was like, that man's smart. You know what I mean?
That motherfucker likes to indulge, bro. Oh, everything. And ain't nothing wrong with it, though. You know what I mean? 100%. Like my little cousin, right? So shout out to Lil Farms. One of his coach's sayings is that my boots don't come off until the job is done. You feel me? So when the job is done and your boots is off, you can do whatever the fuck you want to at home. 100%. Because you go, as long as you get up and go do it again the next motherfucking day. You feel me?
Yeah,
you know what? I'm at home and my feet, I got no socks on.
Yeah, because he's all the way. The boots are all the way up.
The job is done, bro. Facts. I fucking love to hear that, bro.
Today.
Now, while we're on the Ravens,
I got the weekend hat on. I got the Homer Simpson grilling in the background.
Come on now. It's time to kick back.
Let's go.
Yep. The Baltimore Ravens has still been getting trade interest from several teams for veteran tight end Mark Andrews.
Cool. So
yeah, let's get some more likely action.
Yeah, and let's get Mark Andrews. Let's get him back with Greg Roman and have Justin Herbert throwing the ball. Let's do that.
That'd be nasty.
Speaking of Isaiah Likely, the Ravens see tight end Isaiah Likely as their tight end of the future, targeting extension for him this summer.
Yeah, because they just paid Bateman too.
Mm-hmm.
They trying to keep everybody around.
They're trying to keep the young
on a cheap deal too. That way Lamar is still tied with them dudes.
Yep, and then they're gonna pay Lamar. And Zay Flowers, it doesn't look like Zay Flowers with the type of volume he's gonna get. He's gonna have to really be super efficient, or his contract's never gonna be a reset the market one either. You know what I mean? Because the production's not gonna be there.
Well, Steelers outside linebacker TJ Watt skipped mandatory minicamp as he continues for contract extension negotiations. But a recent report mentioned that the lack of contracts for Cowboys defensive end Micah Parsons and Bengals defensive end Trey Henderson has caused a holdup in the Watts deal.
Yeah, because Watt's like, he wants to see one of them get paid, and he goes, "I deserve more than any of those motherfuckers." You know what I mean? Yeah. Watt has. I mean, Trey Henderson. He's awesome. He's definitely trying to parlay a career year into that big contract because he was a guy that kind of was in purgatory with New Orleans for a while. He went over there to the Bengals, made a gang of noise. Now it's just time to get an actual big contract. He just happens to be 29 years old. You know what I mean? Then you got Michael Parsons, who's looking for his first big contract or his first big extension or whatnot. But I mean, do you think Michael Parsons has warranted to be a reset the market guy, or is it just that he's with the Cowboys? I
think it's because it's with the Cowboys.
And
no,
that's what Uncle Jerry does.
I don't know. I know this is because it's the Cowboys, but he's going to reset the market. But then it's going to be reset again.
See, I doubt that because look at who paying the highest. It's Myles Garrett. He's getting 40. I think he's going to be the only guy that gets 40 for a while, just like Watson was the only guy who got 230 for a while. You know what I mean? Like 230 guaranteed.
So what do you think Watt gets then? What's Watt going to get then?
You'll get more than Danielle Hunter.
What did Danielle Hunter get on his extension?
35. Max Crosby is at 35, and our boy Nick is at 34.9 or 34.7.
Okay,
yeah,
so he's going to land somewhere like at 37 or something.
Yep.
Well, speaking of Trey Hendrickson, the Bengals recently resumed contract talks with Henderson, who maintained his stance that he will miss games if the deal is not agreed upon. But the current belief is that the disagreement mostly stems from the duration of the deal.
You know,
you probably want a 5-year deal.
Yeah, and then all this Shamar stuff is like really
right.
And they got the same agent.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Shamar came out and said they ain't even paid Trey yet. I'm like, you calling him by his first name? You just met this guy.
He been knew him.
He's like, exactly.
He been knew, bruh.
I started peeling back the layers. I'm like, oh, they got the same agent.
That shit is crazy, bro. On my mama.
Yeah, bro.
Well,
hey, Brandon said, hey, Lee, hold on real fast, Lee. Hey, hey, Brandon said it's Lee 10th. Shout out to the whole Juneteenth. I appreciate the motherfucking federal government for recognizing it, man.
Hell yeah, forgot about that.
Let's get it. My bad, Lee.
Michael Parsons will attend training camp with or without a deal, calling the contract process deliberate or something. He says it's going to get done, though. He did say.
Wait, run that back. Run that back.
It says here, Cowboys defensive end Micah Parsons will attend training camp with or without a deal, calling a contract process a
deliberate.
Deliberate.
So I think, you know, like when they say the conversation is fluid, I think
it's ongoing.
I think deliberate is the next phase where you're like, oh, okay, so we're deliberating, we're talking.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're going back and forth now, trying to discuss what the offer is actually going to be.
And then like, so they're pretty close. It might take,
just not there yet.
Yeah, it might.
Yeah,
take,
what like I think it was OTA that one we just paid the Brock. When did we pay the Brock? Like
everybody loves money.
I think you hold off
about
on the
3
Brock
weeks ago.
Until you definitely like don't need to sign him right now. Why?
Yeah, and like and going into OTAs, that's not much. And
you're talking about Brock Purdy. I'm totally thinking about another Brock.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the Brock. Yeah, he's the Brock. All the other ones are just Brock.
Yeah.
We got Brock Bugatti too.
No,
I like that one. That's JD coined that one. The Bugatti.
What's up, Crooked?
What up, Crook? Top of the morning.
Big bro said he out there in New Mexico.
Okay. He's selling some Christina.
He had a wedding, man. He's at a wedding.
He's on break. He's been breaking bad time.
Oh.
I've actually been in New Mexico.
Yeah, I never been to New Mexico.
I've been out there. It's been a while though. It's been a hot minute.
I've gone
super high elevation.
Well, as for our man Miles Peacock, well, his Texans quarterback C.J. Stroud returned to throwing at minicamp and blamed the recent shoulder tightness on off-season conditioning. Head coach Jamiko Ryan says there are no concerns about his shoulder.
Out your off-season training, diet, all this shit, and just have it specified to whatever the target goal is, right? Like with Brady, it was all about.
Kid is a fool, bro.
What's the shit going?
I know, right?
Yeah, Brandon's on fire. But yeah, you know what I mean? And CJ Stroud, it's pretty dope that I feel like we haven't even seen that kid's ceiling yet.
No.
You know?
Hey, here, I'm gonna pull that shit up, bro. Look at this shit right here, bro. And this is only single quarterback shit though, but watch this shit. Sharks.
Let's go. Let's see it.
Watch this shit. Because I've been in the lab trying to get some shit pumped out. Pause.
Oh yeah, JD, that wide receiver video was dope.
Good looking, big bro. I got some other shit coming later on today, man. On my mama. I'm gonna send y'all the link when it drop. Everything.
I sent you Keon Coleman in the first for Travis Hunter.
T Hunter.
Thunter.
Oh my mama.
He's the Thunter.
Wait.
Oh, here we go, right here.
What's the Hunter offer actually? What's good?
I'll send you a 2027 first and second and third.
My
First,
boy
second,
been trying
and
to.
third.
Yeah, I swear to God, I would.
T Hunter. Okay, look. Oh,
I need another player in.
Okay, go shopping. Go shopping on my team.
Look where they got. So this is single quarterback PPR, one PPR, and look where they got CJ at right here. Look where he's going around. That is crazy.
Wow.
All the investments that they didn't had in the offseason for bruh, and look who's going above him, bro.
Recency bias, really.
All right,
for the
best
casuals
ballers out there, don't fuck it up for redrafters now. Like, don't all of a sudden fuck his value up, because I like DJ Stroud next.
Yeah, let him drop.
So he's in between McCarthy and Trevor Lawrence. I'm like,
oh, that shit is ridiculous.
all day CJ Stroud right there.
That's ridiculous, bro.
I mean,
I can't believe they have Drake May higher.
Recency bias for casual for the casuals. It only goes as far as them looking at how they finished or what their production was, or you know what I mean, or what they just remember seeing from last year. But it's like, yo, you got to be able to project these things, and I like the value we're getting here. I like the value on the Brock. Where was the Brock at there too?
Just
Brock
look at
holy
Dak
shit,
for
Brock's up
comparison.
there.
Look at the Brock.
I'm going at the 9-10 right now in single quarterback.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, and Caleb Williams is too high, and that's too much. That's Herbert so low. That's another pretty good value.
That's a good value too for
Justin Fields right under Herbert. I know. I think that might be. We might be paying too much, a little bit too much right there.
People love Justin Fields. That's
It
why.
gotta be the hype of him having the full starter gig and the rushing opportunity.
Exactly.
Yeah. For fantasy purposes, if you give him a full 16, which I don't know in real life, we want to give him full 16 unless he's doing really good. So, yeah.
17 even.
if we're remotely competitive and we get like 8 wins this season, then yeah, I think he did okay. But if we get like 2 or 3 wins, then yeah, we already know. Like that was probably his final.
The mob's gonna call him in for a meeting in Little Italy.
That's like the
Little
swan
Italy.
song. The 2-win season is gonna be a swan song for Justin Fields if we suck.
Let me see if I can do super flex real fast. IDP. Oh, super flex. Here we go. Boom. Here go the super flex rankings right here. Early June ADPs. You got CJ a little. CJ out. He moves up over Purdy, Goff, Love, Dak, Trevor, he moves up a
We
whole lot
like this. This is much better.
in
Because
super
these are
flex.
because smarter
This
people
is
playing
speaking
super
our.
flex.
This is speaking our language. Yeah.
Yeah, and I still do like that we can get Brock as a QB too if we get a Stroud or if we get a, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and they're going Stroud at the 5'1", Brock at the 5'4", and Goff at the 5'5". Dak at the 6'4" might be a damn.
Well, there it is. That's more realistic. Get like a Stroud Dak. I'm not mad. That's good value.
And then you got oh shit, Matthew Stafford at the 9'2",
I couldn't
bro.
believe that
There's the
one.
value.
What
Yeah,
the fuck?
I'm not scared if he dies neither.
Look at Danny
Oh,
X,
wow.
dumbass Dimes.
You got Stafford at the 98 and Geno at the 105.
Look at
Value.
Shador
So the 9-9
and
and
Gino
the
got
9-2.
weapons too. Gino
Damn,
got some
dog.
weaponry.
Huh?
Oh, Gino got some weaponry too.
Right. The Bugatti. You just said it, the fucking Bugatti.
You right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here you go, Gang Green. Kyler Murray is moving up 17 spots. Plus 17 right here on the market
They
index.
must be banking a big year from Marvin Harrison Jr. then.
I mean, shit, and
And
Trey
we got-
McBride.
We got the rushing upside, I guess, on those two guys right there, Caleb Williams and
Oh shit, I didn't even
Kyler Murray.
notice.
I
So
would
the
put
rushing
Drake
upside
May
of those
ahead
guys-
of Kyler Murray.
Damn.
Drake May. I just feel like Drake May is a more polished
That's what I would have done. But hey, who am I?
football.
But you know what though, big bro? How you just mentioned Caleb? Caleb and Baker is only 4 picks away. 5
I know,
picks
that's
away or
crazy.
something like that.
That's crazy.
Look at that. What the and Baker coming off a 4,500 yard season with 300 yards
That's nuts.
rushing. He almost had a 5 wow season, and they got this boy Caleb going right after him. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I do see the clear cut. Like, there's the break in where I want my quarterback. So
Facts.
Baker and above, I need to have at least one of those guys. And then if I'm playing dangerous, then the
JJ.
alternatives, it isn't too bad actually. The alternatives.
I'll do like a Stafford or a fucking JJ.
Yeah.
I'll take a flyer on the JJ because if they can do it with Sam Darnold.
Yeah, we're talking redraft. Fuck those guys up top actually.
And Sam Darnold going hella late. Sam
Yeah, I
Darnold
mean-
going, Russell Wilson going in the 12th round, and you can protect yourself with Jackson Dart in the 13th. If
I
you
don't know
want
if
to
I'm
go that
disciplined
route.
enough to not go and get Baker. Like, cause I'll wait on Baker and hella target Baker because I just fucking love Baker.
But that's what I think. That's what Kid has said. Where the break is
Yeah.
at bake up.
Yeah, and then like I'm okay finding like a later like number 2. Or
Oh,
maybe
mama.
even-
But look at where they got Bo Nix at. Bo Nix, boy, he got super hype right now.
Yeah, he does.
Mama.
yeah.
I think it's the rushing upside for Bo Nix, and that's why you
100%.
see Kyler and fucking Caleb as high as they
I
are.
mean, I think if you add with the running backs they added, I think he easily loses like 50 of those rush attempts. How many rush attempts did he have?
I want to say 90.
90, right? I can see
Yeah,
those,
he was just shy under 100, and he was just shy under 500 rushing yards.
because I had another theory. It's like if he's running around too, he could be part of their little rotation on the ground. Like, you know what I mean? Him, Dobbins, Harvey, and him. That's the thought I just had. So, so maybe he doesn't necessarily lose any rush attempts then. Yeah, I like it. 3,800 passing yards. I mean, I'd say he's a lock for 4 wow plus, right? If we can get those rushing yards and get them touchdowns up.
I like a young Bo.
Yeah, both goes crazy.
Everything.
Yeah, I like
There's some good conversation right here we just had about this
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
right here, bro.
yeah.
They thought we don't do a fantasy show.
Now,
Hey,
coming,
sometimes I do be missing the fantasy talk. No.
coming out of
No lie.
coming out of the brown hole in Cleveland, the Browns quarterback Joe Flacco is considered the favorite to start unless quarterback Kenny Pickett outplays him this summer.
Super Bowl winning.
Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, you got look at that 2 Super Bowl champions just dueling it out.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Now, coming out of Los Angeles, the Chargers running back former Chargers running back J.K. Dobbins reportedly turned down a solid offer to return, leading the team to sign Najee Harris. Instead, offensive coordinator, and then on the other side, offensive coordinator Greg Roman praised rookie Omarion Hampton, calling him the total package.
Bump, pause. You were supposed to pause the total package.
I'm sorry.
Hey, so what are the numbers
It's
on
his birthday.
What,
It's my birthday and I can.
If I want to.
What's that?
Yeah. The numbers on J.K. Dobbins versus
Najee?
yeah. Salary wise.
Ooh.
So Najee got $5 million, but $9 million, but $5 million guaranteed.
Yeah, because you got.
And then
JK, I think got 5.
Yeah, he got 5, and I think it's like 4 is guaranteed.
3.7, and Najee got $3,750,000 as a signing bonus too, and $250,000 is guaranteed. Okay, there you go. Now, as for JK, I don't know what he got. Oh,
I want to say it was 3 and 2, 3 with 2 incentives or something like that.
Yeah,
he got close to $5 million.
5.25, and then
he got close to $5 million. I
through
think
incentives.
Yeah, let's get it. And he almost hit for a wow.
He also got $680,000 in per game bonus.
Oh shit! Yeah, bro, almost hit for 1,000 for y'all last year. I think.
Yeah.
He did. He had 1,000 at scrimmage.
If he didn't miss those games, he would have easily went over the 1,000.
Yeah, he missed a good amount of games too, right? Like 4 weeks.
He did. Now,
hey, why did they wait so long
on some waiver wires?
Always there's gonna be something up with the knee all the time.
Yeah.
Hey Lee, do you guys get compensation for a comp pick for them signing him?
Yeah, we do. We get a comp pick.
Oh, that's big.
He got like 1 point something.
That's why they put that that tender on him when they put him out there.
Yeah. So
the chicken tender.
So he wouldn't go to free agency.
I don't know.
Yeah, they wanted to get something out of him.
Yeah,
and that's funny too because it was like, all right, it was a division rival. It was like, we'll do it. Yeah.
And then to be honest, the Chargers weren't.
They were going to get rid of him. They brought in Najee.
Well, I think to prove himself, at least they weren't supposed to give him the opportunity to say, "Oh, okay, guess what? You're starting day one, and you're basically doing 3-down work. So let's go." And he did. Now he did a job for him. You know, I wouldn't say it was always good, but he did the job.
You were run out of gas.
As for the 49er faithful, 49ers defensive end Nick Bosa praised rookie Michael Williams for his eagerness to learn and said he's sharing advice to help Williams make an early impact.
Let's get it.
I'm gonna be happy on this news.
Do you got the broken thumb on your notes, Lee? For the 49er player?
What?
The broken thumb for the 49er player.
Did not.
Oh, we missed that. Who broke his thumb?
Nick Martin got a broken thumb.
Now,
Suge Knight,
run away with it.
Because Suge Knight, I guess they from around the same area. Baby Suge Knight, aka Trent Williams. I guess they from around the same area, and so Trent Williams was being interviewed away from the facility somewhere in Texas, and he's the one that broke the news that Nick Martin broke his thumb by lifting weights, and then he started laughing like, "Man, how you break your thumb lifting weights?" 100%. I seen the shit yesterday.
Damn, I can only imagine how heavy that shit was, but for real, this is good.
You can definitely break your thumb.
This is great news. You know, it's like I think a lot of linemen should consider chopping off their thumb. You know, like fuck the holding calls and really get over and make a block.
You can just get a glove just like this. Get a penguin
Hey,
glove.
it'll be an incentive. It's like, okay, if you chop off your left thumb, we're just talking about one arm.
Oh, I ain't chopping
We'll
anything
give you a
off.
$5 million bonus, but if you do two, we'll give you $12 million.
Ronnie Lott was like, man, I did that shit for the love of the game. Come on, Nick Martin. Hey, Ronnie Lott's he's gonna give a call to Nick Martin. He's gonna be like, you know who I am?
Right, 100%. I'm a Hall of Fame player, man. Don't worry about that motherfucking thumb. It's all good, bro.
You can do it with 9 fingers.
100%.
Now, Bogey will be happy with this news.
Pause. Had to pause at 9 fingers.
Kansas City Chiefs Travis Kelce is open to playing in 2026.
Oh, shit.
Hey, football player, are you open to playing football? Well, yes, sir, I am.
So what that?
all my
Thank you,
life.
Spencer.
Hey, you know what? Hey, you know what else? Hey, you know what that tells me? Hey, him and Swifty ain't getting married no time
You ain't
soon.
lying.
He thinking about playing another season.
I've
Hey,
been
they
saying it for
both
years.
young,
Taylor Swift
okay,
got a bad box.
Hey, let them be youngsters. Hey, who cares?
Facts.
I've been
Swifties are
telling
gonna
people
come
for
after you,
years.
Bogey.
Taylor Swift got a bad box.
Now,
You can't get mad at me for that.
Now, as for those Rashee Rice owners, Rashee Rice won't be suspended until his criminal case involving 8 felony charges ends. So we
Trade for him.
Hey, Spencer, go to Coronado Beach today, big bro. You gonna love Coronado, bro. It's fucking $50 million houses, $100 million houses right on the beach, bro. Oh, my mama.
Them motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah, he's out there in San Diego.
Approaching 9 figures, dude.
Facts. Them
That's a
motherfuckers
nice
is
area
so
right
beautiful,
there.
big
Yeah.
bro. Oh,
Hey,
my mama.
The worst part about it is you got to hear the jet engines from the military aircraft, but it's really
Facts. Top
It's-
Gun.
it is. It's right there. That's Naval Air Station right there. So
Facts.
it's
Fat shit.
it is beautiful.
It's
though.
beautiful, bro. I swear. And that's
Yeah.
an understatement.
San
Oh, my
Diego
mama.
is probably one of the nicest
We
places
import our
in the
sand.
world.
I think we get our
Like weather-wise.
some island somewhere maybe, or maybe like a sand dune out in because if you keep going east, you run into giant ass fucking sand dunes that are like legit used in movies.
It looks like we have a new speed racer in the NFL. Well, Browns rookie quarterback Shador Sanders was pulled over for driving 100 miles per hour at midnight on Tuesday morning in a 60-mile-per-hour zone. Kicker, the recent Shador Sanders speeding ticket at 101 in a 60 zone wasn't his first this month. On June 5th, he was ticketed for going 91 in a 65 zone.
Hey, he was in that motherfucking TRX, man. Them motherfuckers got them Hellcat engines in the truck, man. He just testing the engine out. He trying to break that bitch in.
Honestly, yeah, those
JT,
aren't
you see the video?
egregious.
Can I have your social security
Especially
number?
considering the speed limits, when you think about it, that's basically highway territory. If your speed limit is 60 or higher, like this was, you're basically in. You should be.
It's the
free
fact
to
that he
move
got
at
one
the pace
prior.
of traffic, and if there ain't nobody out at midnight, which wherever he's
Come
at.
on now, talk about it.
Come on, he's in
And he not drunk. He don't got no DUIs. They ain't no DUIs. It's just for going fast.
Yep.
We straight from Cleveland.
That motherfucker got a Hellcat engine in a fucking truck, dog, on everything. He trying to see what it do.
We can honestly mature up. But I don't
Facts.
have anything against him. He's just got, everything is positive right now in his world, right?
And I'm gonna give y'all some game from a motherfucker that had a whole lot of points on his record as a young dude, and it stopped me at my job from furthering my career early as a young dude. You know what I mean? What they gonna do is you gonna get so many points on your shit, and they gonna suspend your shit, bro. Mama, you ain't gonna be able to get behind that Hellcat for a minute, even though he can get chauffeured and shit like that. You know what I mean? Driving is a fucking privilege. That's why he spent all that money on them cars so he can drive them motherfuckers. Like Kidda just said, you got to mature, get wise, bro. 100%. Don't cost yourself later on down the road because you like to drive. You know what I mean? 100%. Facts.
Yeah.
Well, Commanders wide receiver Terry McLaurin could receive a contract extension worth $36 million to $37 million per year.
Oh, shit.
the NFL's second highest paid wide receiver.
Whoa.
Fire up the bagpipe.
Come on now.
Hey, he deserves it, man. He's had a fairly consistent career of production, having consistent bad QB play until like now.
Facts.
Now,
Lottie.
Dalade.
for several NFL executives said in a recent meeting that Minnesota Vikings Justin Jefferson was the best wide receiver in the NFL.
All right. So what's the panel think? I agree.
I don't know. Is it going to be him or is it going to be Chase?
I've got JJ.
What was the question again, big bro?
Many executives said in a recent meeting that Vikings Justin Jefferson was the best wide receiver in the league. When healthy, yes.
And the cool thing is like, right, what is this, his fifth year? Or is he going on sixth? Fourth year. So that motherfucker, for the first 4 years of his career, he has more yardage than Randy Moss, and I want to say one other Hall of Fame.
Jerry Rice.
100%. Oh my mama. That motherfucker, when he get the ball in his hands, he getting jiggy with it. 100%.
Now, as for Tampa Bay Bucks, Mike Evans says this is the best offense he's been around in the NFL, meaning their wide receiver room.
100%. And then the cool thing is, though, like right back to it, though, but see, we got to link. I mean, he's had a quirky Kirk, Sam Darnold, and now in come JJ with other, like, you know, you had Nick Mullins, you know what I mean? You have some backups in there when the starters have went down. Excuse me. Got a hammer on. But yeah, man, that motherfucker has done a lot of damage. I ain't gonna say it's like DeAndre Hopkins in his early career, because that motherfucker's played with like 17 fucking quarterbacks. You feel me?
Yeah, exactly.
He been quarterback proof his whole motherfucking career, damn near 100%. And for the damage that Jettis has done with the quarterback play, 100%. So like if JJ can get anywhere consistent, and he's the youngest quarterback that bruh has played with, you know what I mean? It's like they kind of gonna be locked in. But on the flip note, with Jamar Chase, is like he locked in with the quarterback they both played with. You feel me? So the ascension of Chase is what it was, what we seen last year, to go further on. It's like, I don't know, bro. It's a damn good argument for both of those motherfuckers, man.
Yeah. Well, Mike Evans thinks Texans Nico Collins is the closest player to him in the league with his skill set.
It's big praise. Mike Evans is, for what it's worth, Mike Evans is kind of underrated, huh? You're gonna have to start regarding, like, especially if he gets another 1,000, he's gonna beat Jerry Rice's record, and so I'm kind of rooting against that, low-key. But anyways, he's gonna beat. Well, actually, Jerry Rice got like 30 records, so I guess he can do without that one, because that one is actually, what is it? It will be 11 years straight of 1,000-yard seasons, and he got a Super Bowl ring already. That motherfucker, a Hall of Famer. Big praise from a Hall of Famer.
We got the Orange Crush fella Chase in the building. Top of the morning, Chase.
What's up, Chase? I'll be right back, fellas.
Well, this is kind of wild. Pittsburgh has been engaged in talks with another pass catcher, but they've reportedly been lowballing teams with late-round comprehension picks for a starting level players.
Lee, hey, is there any way you can find who they've been talking to so we can know who they've been lowballing for, bro? Pause.
Pause. I know, right?
What's their GM name? Khan? Is it?
Khan.
What's the? Oh man, that shit is crazy. Old boy trying to put something together for AA Ron, bro.
He's trying to be on the cheap.
Come on now for the low. Oh my mama.
Talk about being Lobo.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
No.
For starting level players, too.
Come on now. Hella disrespectful.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy. Well, yeah, man, it's some crazy shit going on. And now, as a crooked commissioner's not in the house,
I think he might still be in here.
Well, Bears safety Jaquan Brisker is fully recovered from a vestibule concussion that sidelined for 12 games. and says he won't change his physical style of play. I don't know what Vesterburler. I don't know Vesterburler concussion.
Oh, okay.
It says
Contusion
it
or
says
concussion?
concussion, but that's a different kind of concussion I've never heard of. I've
A
had many.
contusion?
It says vestibular concussion. I'm gonna actually
Said that's
Google that
Brisker?
right now. Yeah, it's Brisker. I'm actually gonna Google that right now. I've had many concussions, but I've never heard of that one. Let's see what it says here. Oh, a vestibular concussion occurs when a concussion damages the vestibular system.
Oh shit.
I guess that's around.
You sound like some fucking nerves or some
Yeah.
fucking
Oh, it's around the ear. It's around
neurology
the ear.
type shit.
Yeah, it's around
Oh,
the ear.
shit.
I'm looking at a picture right now. Yeah, it's around the eardrum.
That don't sound right.
It says JD. It says it signals from the inner ear and your vision.
Oh no.
I'm all set there, man.
That's the Antonio Brown. Those are the Antonio Brown skin.
Who was that for the Cincinnati Bengals that laid him out?
Perfect.
Perfect. Vontez Perfect. That's the Vontez Perfect concussion. Oh my goodness.
As for Buccaneers safety, Antoine Winfield Jr. is healthy and aiming to boost takeaway numbers by building muscle memory in practice. Whatever that is.
All right. Well,
I know that's one of Bogey's favorite players too. And hey JD, as for your man Trent Williams, said he wants to play into his 40s and he feels it's a disservice to think about retirement while still performing.
You know what that means to me?
Yeah,
I don't think he getting no ring no time soon, so he gonna try and play as much as he can till he get a ring.
Yeah.
Oh, bruh. Fucking A.
Yeah, Bogey said Briscoe went on the injury reserve. Muscle memory is a
fucking A,
hey,
bro.
Bogey, my brain's not always there sometimes.
Fucking A, bro.
Yeah. So I think what he means is that he's gonna go for the interception more than like playing and not going after his being more instinctual for the ball and then being proactive about it.
Hey,
like,
JD, you want to hear
you
something
go
wild?
after it like, oh, okay.
It's Browns court. This came out about 5 minutes ago. Browns quarterback Joe Flacco is embracing the chance to compete for a starting job and believes his arm could keep him playing into his 50s.
Yeah, right. He got to be close to 50 right now. So he might not be lying.
You know,
how old is that motherfucker? 44?
He's got to be up there.
Yeah, he's a lot older than I am.
All right, here, I'm just looking at his bio.
Yeah, he
right
got to
now.
be like my age,
4
bro.
years old.
He's 40?
Huh?
Yeah. January 16th, 1985.
I thought he was like older than Aaron Rodgers or something.
I did not know he was born in New Jersey like myself.
I didn't know that neither.
Yeah, he's 40 years
Where he
old.
went to Delaware?
Yeah, he went to college at Pittsburgh, then for a year, and then went to Delaware from 05 to 07.
Yeah, on my mama.
Man, he was
John Taylor went to Delaware State. On my mama.
Man, he's sure the hell been around, hasn't he?
Joe Flacco's only 40. He part of the 08 draft class on my mama. And he went high in the first round, too.
Yeah, he was round 1, 18th pick.
On my mama out of Delaware. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, he had that prototypical build during that time.
Facts.
Where everybody wanted to a Phillip Rivers or Peyton Manning type of build.
That's like one fucking Peacock can contest to this shit. Fucking Ryan Mallett. Who else? The fucking quarterback for the Broncos. Who they take? A big, tall, statue motherfucker that couldn't do shit. But like you said, that's that prototypical 6'6", 6'5", big motherfucking paws that can stand back there and sling that bitch. I don't know why that motherfucking quarterback from Denver is. I'm drawing a blank.
Denver?
Yeah, they had a tall quarterback that they drafted in the first round.
With the O,
Oh, why
whatever
am
his
I
name
drawing
is.
a blank?
Oswald or fucking what's his name? Osweiler.
Oh yeah, Brock Osweiler. Good shit, big bro. On my mama. He was a big like 6'6", 6'7" motherfucker.
Yeah.
Didn't pan out. Ryan Mallett.
Yeah, dude.
Oh
You don't
my
want
God,
to go
the
down
mallet
Denver's
himself.
line of quarterbacks. They're all really bad.
And that was John Elway's pick. See, John Elway was the GM of that shit when they owner was
Not
still
good at
alive.
getting a quarterback.
Oh my mama. My bad, Chase. If you still in here, Chase, my bad, bro. Oh, everything. Matt Ryan. There go Matt Ryan and Walker Flacco. Matt Ryan, number 1 pick. Paxton Lynch as well. Good shit, Bo. Oh my mama.
Paxton Lynch wasn't he one and done?
He might have stuck around for a couple of years. I don't remember, big bro. On my mama. I think he came from Memphis, or where'd he go? I think he went to Memphis. Paxton Lynch. Was it Memphis? Can't remember, but yeah, he was like a small school, even though it was Division 1.
Yeah, he went to Memphis.
Yeah, on my mama. Facts.
He was the first round pick.
Yeah, he was.
What the?
John Elway pick.
What the fuck?
Oh
yeah,
my
I remember
mama.
that.
Denver accounts for most of the high draft pick quarterback misses of like the last 25 years.
And then was all John Elway picks, big bro. No fucking lie. That shit is cray in the motherfucking Z.
He played in 26 in 2017. He played a total of 5 games.
Wow. That's crazy. My bad.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
A total of 79 yards, too.
Gotta
love that shit.
Oh my goodness. That shit is crazy, bro.
His first year, he put that's some crazy shit.
John Elway done swung and missed. He done struck out. And draft
that was a
picks.
big pause for him.
He
had a total of 4 touchdowns in his career. Actually, what? He had 4 touchdowns and 4 interceptions.
In 79 yards, you said?
Yeah, no, actually, sorry, my bad. 792 total yards in 2 years.
Okay.
So he wasn't. I wouldn't. I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna say that. I'd get in trouble. I was gonna call him a flamer.
Bo said the best thing John Elway did was bring Peyton Manning over.
Oh, for sure.
And bring over Gary Kubiak and Wade Phillips. Eventually, another good move. Also, by drafting the young bull and Von Miller and putting him and DeMarcus Ware together DeMarcus Ware together as well, because Peyton Manning had that Jello pudding arm. JELLO. 100% throwing ducks out there. We seen the first Super Bowl, and we seen the first Super Bowl that Peyton Manning got to with the motherfucking Orange Crush. It was a 41-0 shellacking with the safety on the first play of the fucking game.
It was.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
San Diego.
The best Super Bowl host ever.
Yeah. Yeah, they begged us, come on, man, get a stadium. I was like, yeah, but they want the city to pay for it. And we're like, for why? You know, like, they're like, well, you know, like everybody else does it. And we're like, that's not true. And they're like, well, yeah, it's not true, but we still want you to. And they're like, well, not right now. You know, figure it out. Make it sound more appealing or attractive to put taxpayers, because San Diego is a community that is pretty old. Like, I don't know if you realize it, but that city's from like the 1700s. So it has developed over time. Like, and in fact, the infrastructure for the San Diego city area was almost prototypical to the rest of California, where San Diego had infrastructure a little bit before San Francisco and especially LA. LA didn't start forming industrially well after San Diego, but San Francisco was up there. It was pretty active in growing because they had the gold rush up there, so a lot of people went up in the mountains in the San Francisco area to fucking like get fucking gold. And then same thing with San Diego, but not to that extent. We had fucking tuna, so that was what we had. We had good fishing, and then they wanted to settle because the fucking weather's perfect. It's easy to say once you're here to go, okay, yeah, I can see myself being here for a little while. And as long as you can put up with traffic, I think the traffic sucks. And then if you're wise about how you spend your money, living is not terrible in California because you do earn a higher wage out here in California than you do.
What is the minimum wage in California, kiddo?
It depends on the industry you're in. Like, say you're at McDonald's, I think your minimum wage is $20 an hour.
100%.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And
yeah, because I just saw in the news today Texas is proposing a bill from going from $7.25 to $15 an hour for minimum wage.
Yeah, $7.25 is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm 38 years old, and I think when I started working when I was 15, I was earning $6.75.
Facts. I got to check stuff from when I first started working at my job. That motherfucker was about 5 something, 6 something on everything.
I think mine
Real
was
talk.
about $5.50 an hour.
Oh my mama, $5 an hour.
We're talking about 25 years ago.
100%, 25 years ago.
Facts. And people are still somewhere in this country. Somebody's making $7 and
100%. That shit is ridiculous,
man,
bro.
That is crazy though, man.
I couldn't even think about that. That shit crazy.
At Trader Joe's, I was getting $18 an hour.
Oh my mama.
But I was working overnights too.
Yeah. Oh, so they pay you the night differential.
Yeah, I was working.
You get like an extra $1?
Like 11 to 7 in the morning, and then I was working in the freezer minus 10 degrees too.
That's crazy,
dude. I had like. I told Bogey when I went going in, I had like 400 or 500 sweatshirts on.
Oh my mama, being that motherfucker still freezing.
It was cold as a motherfucker. I did that for 8. My knees took a toll on man for 8 years.
We got another happy birthday shout out to you, big bro. We got Breland in the building. Happy birthday, Lee. Love you, baby. Pause. You got fans, big bro.
What the?
You got fans, big bro. Oh, everything. Bring them out. Bring them out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Look at Lee bringing them out. Let's get it. Fella. Bogey said when they started testing for HGH in 2015, pain management became the sheriff with the noodle arm for real. When they weren't testing for that joint, he came off the neck surgery and broke all the records. So everything. And then Peacock said enhanced games in Vegas in 2026. The Olympics but with steroids be legal. If you break a world record, you get $1 million. Oh shit. If you weren't digging for the gold in the gold rush, you were selling the shovels. Come on now. Try to get some type of the action. Oh, everything. We're all about getting into the bag out here in the West Coast. Oh my God. It's been like that ever since time started.
Yeah.
For real, right?
Oh, everything.
Oh man.
1700s.
Fucking A, bro. Damn it, man.
Man.
Let's see. I had the fucking wide receivers up not too long ago.
No, that was a dope ass video. Now, what's your next video, JD?
That's my favorite.
The fucking I got tight ends coming up, big bro, on my mama.
Ooh.
But here go the wide receivers right here. This super flex rankings right here too.
I think the NFL right now is showcasing a lot of talent in this position. I'm pretty satisfied at the production levels.
Hey, JD, you're going to like this. Rumors are swirling an NBA expansion that's going to be Seattle and Vegas for 31st and 32nd teams.
Oh, shit. LeBron
It came
about to
out an
buy
hour
one.
ago.
That mean LeBron about to retire. He wants one of them organizations.
But hear this out. It says it would force one Western Conference team to move to the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, probably Memphis. Whatever team is closest to the Mississippi River
How
and
did
go
you know? They
over.
said the three
That's
teams would
that's
be either
Vegas.
Memphis. It would be Memphis. Memphis, Minnesota, or New Orleans.
Oh, everything. Fucking A.
That's crazy.
Look at these wide receiver rankings though, bro. This shit. Fucking, and we were in our fucking. We did a mock draft too, bro. And some of these receivers wasn't being in the first round. Like I don't know if BTJR snuck in there. I think Puka might have snuck in there, and I don't know if. Oh well, no, those were that was single quarterback. My bad, y'all. This is super flex rankings. My bad. I ain't hit enough medicine yet. And I got a Paloma over there. Here, I'm gonna show y'all. This motherfucker is from last night.
Motherfucking Friday, dude.
Watch this shit, bro. I couldn't even finish it. Let me go get this bitch. This motherfucker been sitting on the coffee table in the studio since last night. Because I have one too many. Oh my mama.
Yep, been there, done that. That's that's fun though.
Fridays until August
I'm just
21st.
enjoying myself.
Look, this motherfucker sitting here full. A Paloma that ain't. I probably took one sip of this bitch and said, "Oh, that's too much."
But sometimes I be feeling so good, having a great time, and I'm sitting there going like, "Man, I could go for another drink," and you pour it, and then you sit there and you go like, "You like too sweet." You're like,
"Nope,
I'm so tired." Fuck.
And that's exactly what I did. I went and got in the bed, big bro.
Like, I'm done.
Fuck. Yeah, be bad. I might as well just hit this bitch. I gotta grow some hair on my chest to hit this motherfucker right now. Oh, everything.
Yep. So
That's funny as shit.
I've got no qualm with how this is set up. This is really nice, actually. The way I see this is very accurate to how I personally feel. It's when you get to the Ohio,
Get over here.
the young Ohio guys right there. I have. I don't know if I have Garrett Wilson above JSN, but I definitely have Marvin Harrison Jr. below Garrett Wilson.
JSN, new quarterback, MH Jr. Yeah. JSN, yeah. I think because even though it's Clint's first year there, I think he knows what he has in JSN. It's just that and plus
This is so
like he ran a lot of. I think he was the number one wide receiver from his in slot snaps. So he did. That's where he did his fucking damage from 100%, and it's gonna be a little bit easier for him to get the ball running most of his routes from the slot. 100%. And then Garrett, even though he had somebody on the other side of him that had 141 targets, well, them is vacated 100%. And what did they bring in to alleviate or to help? Garrett Wilson take some shit off of his shoulders. They didn't. And bruh has been a WR1 before without Devontae over there. 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Without, with boo-boo quarterback play.
Yeah. I think he's going to have the this could be the best year you get out of Garrett Wilson. If there's a bet out there that says, oh, okay, out of the career of Garrett Wilson, has he peaked? I would say no. And this season could be the year that he hits his ceiling in terms of career production on a season. I want to say 1,500 and 15 touchdowns.
That's nasty work right there, big bro. 100%. Mason Taylor, the number 2 option. Shout out to Chase. 100%. And that's crazy. If Mason Taylor is your number 2 option, that means, like Kid had just said, 1,500 is the low ball probably. Oh my
I
God.
ain't gonna lie. And that's one of the tight ends this year. I'm very high on this Mason Taylor.
I like the guy. I'm not rushing to start him anywhere. I have him, but I like the idea of the a lot of the picks that you make and you're talking like Mason Taylor's. It's almost okay. Now I'm gambling, and you're hoping that you pick the right time to
gamble.
Whatever. He's not proven to be anything significant in this league, so I'm not.
It's like me. It's like me with Pat Bryant.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. You take a lot of. You know what? I see out of the way that you react is that Sean Payton. You believe that he's an honest guy, and that when he's speaking on camera, that he's not going to pull Bill Belichick or. Do the coach speak thing.
What's up, Carl?
Hey, Bo. Here go a question for you, Bo. Because I think all of us on the panel do like Bo Nix, right? So they got Marvin Mims at the 13-9 and Pat Bryant at the 17-2. Talk about it, big bro.
I'll just wait on Pat Bryant because at that point, when I'm, and even if someone beats me to him, that person's probably not going to wait on him in a redraft, and they'll drop him. So a lot of times, I'll just end up with him, I'm sure, unless he definitively gets they go, oh, he's the WR3 or something like that. Because Marvin Mims is a different type of receiver than Pat Bryant is, and and then another thing that Sean Payton put out there repeatedly was that he wants to use Evan Ingram as the Joker. So that's gonna have him out wide and in the slot, and he's like the Joker card, right? So it's there's not maybe not can everyone eat, you know what I mean?
But you know what? I got a stat for you. I got a stat for you, bro, about what you're talking about. So, like Lee told me, what's my next joint? I got the tight end dropping, but I'm about to cook up this quarterback video, and Bo Nix is in it. And so, one of the deep dives that I did is the receivers, right? So, Cortland had 1,000 yards, something like 1,073, something like that, maybe 1,100. Yeah. The next person under him was Marvin Mims, and it was only 500 yards. Like you said, all he do is just catch go routes and go deep. You feel me? 100%. So it's so much opportunity for somebody to come in there and command a lot of work. 100%, bro.
Yeah.
And he had 3,700 yards passing, and one person only with 1,000 yards. What that tell you, bro? It was, you know what I mean? It was so many people that had 100%.
There's Valet. I like the.
Valet is hurt right now too.
And then college his college receiver. I don't know if they're gonna
Troy Franklin.
To see more action. Maybe it was a more of a.
Hey, bring my homie over here.
What do we call that? Receiver depth. I think
he was like a 6th rounder, or 5th rounder.
Body in terms of certain play calls.
So but he's also just a yak guy. His route running is not great at all. So it's
for Franklin, exactly. That's a very good valid point. Is that so far? I don't think he's been very impressive.
Yeah, like a wide receiver screen, and maybe he does the rest. But that's pretty much even when you look at his college production.
If PJ Walker can be a less physically, impressive body and have a little bit more athleticism. Then PJ, I think he's fine.
PJ Walker, the QB?
What? No, what's his name? PJ?
Pat Bryant?
Pat Bryant. Yeah.
No, my bad. I don't know why I thought it was PJ.
We're going to call him PB. PB, we got PB and waivers in the month. He ain't in the building right now, but we got anyway. You know what I mean? We got 2 PBs.
My bad. But anyways, they're giving that guy an opportunity to beat Valet, and I don't think Valet's going to let him win it very easily.
Here's the thing: is Valet was trending hella crazy right after Pat Bryant was trending hella crazy. Then Valet's hurt right now. And like they say, like he might not be ready until sometime training camp. So I kind of like this because now there's an open window right here for him to show them what they got. For a Valet who's only a sophomore, but was the oldest receiver in his class last year at 27.
That shit is crazy.
Yeah.
So even his
I feel like the hunger in that man on the field with like little boys in college, man. Like, damn. I don't know how that motherfucker is 27 years old playing with like 18-year-olds. You're like, TG, bro, like that's wild.
For real. Dogging out these little corners.
I heard about prep school where you get the 5th year in the high school, but I ain't never heard about the 10-year college.
I mean, we definitely had. We had
he went to the
era.
military, and then he did like a tour, and then you get out, and then you start.
You went back to school.
You go back to school, and you're a freshman.
Hey, he sounds like one of those movies that like the National Lampoon go back to college.
The junior colleges are filled with players like that, where they're like, "Oh, okay, we just did 4 years in the Marine Corps, and we're going back to college, and we're here. Can we play football?" They're like, "Yeah, we got 4 years."
Decorated.
You can be the you can be the left pass rusher, and then you can go ahead and play cornerback.
Because they had in 2020 that year, a lot of kids they got that, they gave the option. They were given the option to opt out, and a lot of, so maybe that's why we've seen, like, the Michael Penixes of the world coming in the game kind of older, and we've seen we just kind of routinely seen this for some of these players that were 4-year, 5-year guys now all of a sudden in college, versus like soon as these players had eligibility, they were out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, being a 26-year-old rookie in the NFL, it's pretty wild.
That is wild, bro. That is very wild.
And Sean Payton, he is one of those guys that was like Spencer always brings this up, that like when he got there to New Orleans, he was like, okay, everyone gets a free shot at these starting gigs. You know what I mean? And Marcus Colston was like, what, a 7th rounder or something, or 6th rounder or something like that.
He said everybody gets a free shot.
Yeah, come on, let's go. Give it to me. Marcus Colston just came up. Yeah, I knocked him out. I like this guy.
Oh, hey, Chase gave us some insight. I'm going to get back to your comment, Carl. Chase said Vele went on a 2-year mission. That's part of it. He's a Mormon.
Oh, shit. He got like 6 wives, bro.
Are they on record or down low? Like,
I mean, shit.
That's wild. Oh, shit.
Hey, that's a pretty cool story.
Hopefully he went on that spiritual journey and got something out of that. But shit, he delayed his entry to the NFL, but maybe it was for his own good. Who knows?
He got a lot of wives and kids to feed, bro. He got to get it back, man. I'm kind of worried about Pat Bryant now. Valet.
Fields isn't that accurate. Well, so far it has not proven to be a trait that Fields has shown that he's capable of consistently being a 300 passing yards a game.
He has like 2 or 3 of those a year, though.
Yeah, but
so let's do this. So
I think
he has 3 games like that.
I think his ceiling is achieving, half of his season, and hopefully a lot of it will be at home, and energize the crowd and make a scene for his production, because this is a make it or break it type of situation for Justin Fields, and I'm rooting for him, not because I'm a Jets fan, but because I like Justin Fields as a.
And I think he's actually numb. He's actually numb to negative press because he's been getting it all his career. Now he's in the mecca of media.
His passing.
I feel like he's not even going to be tripping, bro.
Man, we ain't even talked about it. If we did, please forgive me. I was doing something else, but he got DJ Moore up there as a top wide receiver. You feel me? DJ Moore was vouching for, bro. to stay instead of them taking the #1 overall pick. You feel me?
I know it's Ohio, but when he played in college, he had some of the most impressive passing stats in that class. Like, it was up there, better than Trevor Lawrence, in my opinion. His production in college.
Braxton Miller was good in college too.
Yeah. Not
Shout
saying
out to Braxton Miller. I forgot about Bro.
Braxton Miller was dope.
But
he had like 4 or 5 good games.
The probability of him succeeding was there, and she's shown that he can at least lead an offense to enough points to where if they have a solid defense, they're in the game and they can win at a high clip. Fantasy purposes, we already know that for us, we reap the benefit of him running around like a crazy.
2023. I know Fields didn't play the whole shit.
Fields running around for 16 games is gonna be wild. That's gonna be nice fantasy pickup.
So let's play this game real quick.
Regardless of,
I got something. No, 2023 DJ Moore. Even though I know Baguette, our boy Baguette. T-Bag, shout out to Bogues, 136 targets, 96 receptions, 1,364 yards with 8 TDs in 2023 for DJ Moore.
Wow.
That's pretty nice. I mean, the TDs with the Garrett Wilson, not going to lie. That offensive line that we've slowly pieced together is looking pretty nice. And
he plays very well.
And Justin Fields played 13 games that year, bro. 2,500 yards.
And the defenses are respecting the run game so much to where he's just got like a couple seconds to figure out who's the best receiver to target. Then, fuck, I don't think it's out of his potential to hit those and make those decisions.
You know what he needs? He needs one phone call from Jameis Winston.
No, don't talk to that motherfucker.
No, Jameis Winston.
Hey, you know what?
He's the best motivational speaker in the world.
I'm glad you brought up Jameis Winston because remember how Lee dropped a blurb on us about Cam Jordan vouching for Jameis Winston?
Yep.
So Cam Jordan is on fucking NFL Live. I was watching him yesterday, and he was talking about Jameis Winston as well. 100%. He didn't say nothing about trading for him or nothing like that because he can't, that'd be tampering. He can't say that on national TV. 100%. But he was talking about Jameis Winston on yesterday's NFL Live. 100%.
I would definitely say he's not the best football player to get advice from, but Jameis Winston knows how to get the people going.
Yeah, he's definitely a vibe. I was gonna say, I was like that. Jameis Winston as a character is a vibe. So like,
imagine Justin Fields, he gets that phone call. He goes, "What's up?"
Everybody's gonna have some sort of like meshing period with him, and love him or hate him as a individual on the football field when he's slinging it as a fantasy football.
If he's selling something, I'm buying it.
It's worth like fucking dart throw, I guess. I'm sure by the time that he's actually playing football, like it's like the end of the world already for that organization in terms of like.
Sounds like the New Orleans Saints.
Let him throw it everywhere. If he's out there throwing it, it means that the fucking Giants go nowhere. But
let's go. If we get him out there throwing the nabbers, we don't. That's really what we want. We ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that's fine. If I had infamous, I should say.
Yes, infamous Winston. I don't really like famous Jameis. I love infamous Winston.
Week 14 and it's infamous Winston versus the Chargers. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm actually thinking about here.
Laying it. I will say before he tore his ACL, he was he was the starter for the Saints. Because remember that this was the first year that Drew Brees had retired. Like he was doing things that we never saw Jameis do. Like he was checking it down like crazy, making it the safe reads. And then, like he had games where it was like 9-10 targets to Alvin Kamara. We were loving this, you know what I mean? Then it was the Buccaneers. I think it was Devin White actually. broke up in there, bam, took him down towards ACL. But they were like 7-2 or something like that. 6-2 at that time, something like that. 6-1 maybe.
Carl said, and I forgot Carl was a Bear fan. My bad, Carl. I think if Fields had a chance to throw to Keenan and DJ Moore, we could have traded for Alt. He would have impressed a lot of people, not an all-pro, but better than Mooney as his second wide receiver and no center.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was able to operate with no offensive line for real. And then, matter of fact, it would be bad for pass pro, but then they would show up highly graded on run blocking because he would just gash off 50-yard runs. And then, like, it would skew the numbers. You know what I mean? It'd make it look like the line was good, but they weren't at all. You know what I mean? And he might have a version of that with New York, and I'm not worried about it, actually. Like, for fantasy purposes, like, it's going to be dangerous for his health-wise. But
I think they invested in that O-line over there in New York.
Did they? I thought they lost a couple pieces, too.
Hey, I bet you DJ Moore, if you asked him off camera somewhere, he would say, no, I'd rather have Justin Fields as the quarterback. Fuck Caleb. I would rather have Justin throw the ball.
Yeah. And they invested in
the jury is 100% still out on Caleb. I think Caleb's still going to be great.
Yeah, they took Elijah Vera Tucker out of USC like 2 years ago, and then there was another offensive lineman they took before Vera Tucker.
Oh,
and
so
then,
it was just Mekhi Beckham that they got rid of, and that was last year too. My bad.
And then like we had been doing that mock draft. We wanted Armembu, but Big Bro was able to go ahead and lock that down. So look, man, them motherfuckers
they got Membus. That's
yeah,
right.
them motherfuckers might be okay over there on that old line in New York, bro. Oh my mama.
Yeah, and look you're gonna play the Dolphins twice. I mean, I guess they got Chop Robinson
that
that might be on the come up,
that they drafted.
They got elderly Jalen Phillips in the middle. Like Buffalo got some. This scheme wise, they got good pass rush. New England. Oh, he's gonna get ate up by New England too. So this offensive line is gonna be tested, like a decent amount within their own division itself. Maybe not outside Miami because Miami never really had the big sack totals in this last couple in this era. You know what I mean? This Mike McDaniel's era. I guess he did have Big Fangio the other year.
I'm kind of confused.
Oh yeah, so I don't see the other lineman that I'm thinking about, but they still got Vera Tucker. Vera Tucker was I want to say he was a second round pick out of USC, 100%. And then you got Membu, you got Titman as the projected center, Simpson is the left guard, and Olu is the fucking projected left tackle.
The big homie Olu.
Damn, what motherfucking lineman am I thinking about? My bad, y'all.
No, yeah, but no, I forgot they drafted Membu though. I was goddamn. Yeah, they got one of the best.
That was the last spot that they needed to spill was that
right
position.
And they got arguably the best, if not.
And they got Vera Tucker. And they got Vera Tucker and Membu on the same side.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Now, does Justin Fields have it between the ears?
Yeah, that's the big thing. Is if he could keep the composure to stay with the plays and let them develop, and
because
instead of just running away and
he had one of the big old 300-yard games with all the rushing yards and the 3 tugs and rushing with 2 rushing tugs to make the 3. This motherfucker at the Steelers. You know what I mean? So like
he's put together 2 good games.
Yeah. So like Justin Fields, and now that he went through like good coaching too, and then for what it's with Mike Tomlin, kind of like someone who's gonna like, and then even for what it's worth, as corny as Russ is, just however Russ prepares, and he's a real professional at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Even as corny as he is doing high knees and shit, at least he got to see like, all right, this is why this motherfucker takes the job easily over me. You know what I mean? Yeah, he got an organization that's believing in him for 1 year. It's a 2-year deal, but $30 million. And I think that's 17 guaranteed or something like that. So it's essentially like they got him for the 1 year. I think it's 20 guaranteed. Either way, might even be 30. Still, good for him because he's gonna get a shot at it, and like there's no one that's gonna threaten his job. So like maybe now he gets focused, bro. I mean, shit. Remember he was Andy Dalton he used to say he would stay with Justin Fields after practice and like help him in the film room, and he was like, you know what I mean? Just the kid was smart, but he also came from an organization like Ohio where they just kind of have this nice car for you to drive. You know what I mean?
Carl said in 2023, Fields only had 0 games over 300 yards and 1 game over 250 and four games over 200 yards.
Yeah, passing. Yeah, he's like a 170-yard passing guy, like on average. But he'll have like a couple of those blow-up games, like he just said. But that was 2023, right? Last technically full season. Yeah, let's go. I think he get like. I think
the Bears suck, and then the fact that he's playing with the Jets is his best situation he's ever had. I mean,
I think the worst is that it's a rookie head coach too.
The fucking Bears back then when Justin Fields was playing. I mean,
yeah. Imagine you had Matt Nagy first.
They weren't looking nice at all, no matter who was throwing the ball.
Yeah, you had Matt Nagy. Then you go to Matt Eberflus, who's a defensive-minded guy, and then like you
Eberflus to Ben Johnson.
They had 3 motherfuckers the whole last year, bro.
I know,
they're
exactly.
fucking they're like their passing game coach or the offensive coordinator end up being the coach at the end of the year.
They're taking it's a permanent job offer. You know how they say now hiring? That sign don't come off that building.
That's funny.
Bruh.
Yeah, I mean, I guess for just my last thought on Justin Fields is like, I guess if there was some worries, is not only that division that they're in, but it's also like it's still a rookie head coach. You know what I mean? Yeah. So hopefully that his leash is long enough. Pause. That they'll allow him to, if he wins 6 games, they'll bring him back. Especially if they don't like any of the QBs that in his next year's class, because some of them are already saying that they're not going to declare until 2027. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Justin Fields still young as a motherfucker too, and that 2021 class is just infamous because look at Mac Jones is backing up the Brock right now over there in Frisco. You got Zach Wilson. I don't even know where the fuck is he. Still with the Dolphins, I guess.
Yeah, Zach Wilson.
Yeah,
he went to Dolphins. He went to
He's not going to stay with any team. Somebody's going to cut him, and he'll be.
And then Justin Fields, he got a gig with the Jets, and then you got Trevor Lawrence, just hella bald over there. Not even bald as in he balled out in past tense. I'm talking about he's the actual bald over there in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Yeah, that class. Oh, and then Trey Lance is just dead.
Okay, he's over.
He's with the Chargers.
Yeah, well, he ain't gonna see the field much unless he's perfect guitar.
Much or at all? You mean
at all?
I mean, they might have if he's on there as like an emergency QB, they might have like packages for him. Pause.
Well,
like
they have Tyler Heineke too. So,
but I'm talking about like this is a guy like you're like, oh, what are they doing? Like some wildcat shit or something? Like he's just like you know what I mean? It's funny because Trey Lance really ended up to be not any good, and Justin Fields is actually good, just in a bad situation, right? Mac Jones was actually good, but just that situation fell all the way apart was when he tried to Josh McDaniels leaves and then they hire Matt what was his name? Matt Patricia,
yeah.
The DC. He was a former DC, and they made him like, you know what? Come on over here, be the offensive coordinator. That shit was weird.
Hey, Bogey, what do you think stat line do you get from Caleb Williams this year?
I'm rooting for the first ever 4,000-yard passer in Chicago.
Fatality.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I don't know.
History? Question mark?
Wow.
Yeah, it's a big question mark.
Isn't that funny though? Because no one's ever done it. What's the highest Jay Cutler ever got?
Jay Cutler never hit 4,000 yards?
No, never. And no one's ever done it in Chicago. Because Chicago, they won it on defense and running the ball. That was always kind of their identity. But, like, you know, you have Ben Johnson there who is definitely going to run the ball. And you obviously still have the historic nature of Chicago being a defensive team. You got a lot of good pieces on that defense. Brought over Dennis Allen, which is like a legit defensive coordinator, which is probably one of the smarter things that Ben Johnson did, because a lot of these rookie head coaches, they go and get, you know, renowned DCs so they can have them handle that entire side of the ball. You know what I mean? And they can focus on doing because these new age young HCs like a Ben Johnson, he's going to be a play caller too. So, you know what I mean? Like this is just, you know, Sean McVay, he brought in Wade Phillips. You know what I mean? Even Mike McDaniels over there, down there in South Beach, he brought over Vic Fangio initially. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just smart. But then you got Shanahan, who kind of, you know, danced to the beat of his own drum and kind of, you know, we just had Saleh, and then we went through Saleh disciples, and then, you know, because I always felt like Shanahan should have done that at one point. Like, it would have been dope if he brought in who was a Dan Quinn. Like, why didn't we go after a Dan Quinn? You know what I mean? At one point when he was available, you know?
Yeah. All right, let's do this. Hey, Lee, where are you going?
I'm trying.
All right, so let's do the all right, so you're gonna do the for the Chicago Bears. We're gonna try and think of like the
top passers.
No, just like that. I forget what that like saying, the phrase of the type of player that you would call this person, but basically somebody that goes down under the radar that you would call that's going undervalued in.
Okay, yeah. Instead of using the term sleeper, I usually just say someone undervalued. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or late, or I just say somebody that's going late. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For the Bears specifically, I mean, there's a lot to like with them in fantasy. Like, honestly, for me, everything does kind of like fall onto the theme of it. Talent wise, I think Caleb is sufficient for a lot of those playmakers. I don't think Caleb is capable of doing a top 5 quarterback for fantasy, but for his playmakers, I think they're capable of doing some good things. So it's interesting to hear who do you think in that organization is going to be probably the underdog, the sleeper, or whatever that we're not paying attention to. I guess
I'm going to say the running back Johnson.
Okay. And that's funny because I
don't know that Chicago team well, but I know a few names. You know,
I like Swift, and that means for you and I, it's totally going to be dependent on if my guy is even capable of being productive or healthy to hold off of Roschon Johnson. He was able to do it last year, and he didn't do a very good job. But the fact that he didn't do a good job and he was still able to hold that position firm grip, that doesn't bode well for how Roschon plays football.
But the question is, could Breece Hall land in Chicago too?
No, yeah, that changes that shakes up.
That changes everything.
But see, I think it would end up being like a 3rd and maybe a 5th or something instead of like a 2nd round, because that's the organization. They still, you know, for these next couple of years, they're going to have to get real good young players early to build around. You know what I mean? That team still got more work. You know what I mean?
I got a scenario though with the Bears though, right? So the Bears, they chose not to go after whatever running backs went after Genty, right? They chose to go with Loveland at number 10 right now. If the rumor was that Breece was on the trade market during the draft process or leading up to the draft process, and they didn't want to use that 2nd that they had, in which they used it on Burden, and then whatever else they drafted. Now, if bruh's not going at a discounted market, I think they believe in what they got, because the next running back that they took wasn't until the 7th round. So I think they believe in what they got, unless bruh is coming at a discounted thing, unless otherwise they just gonna run what they got, bruh. 100%. That's what I feel like.
Yeah, and that's
and I can see them even bringing
at the moment, because he ain't getting very much action on draft boards. Like, he's basically, whenever you want Swift, go out there and get him. He's gonna be.
Let's pull it up, kid. I'm glad you said that, bro. We got the rankings right here, right now, even though it's only early June or mid June. Running backs. Let's go. Superflex. We still on Superflex. What's his name? The Chicago running back?
Swift.
Oh, Swift.
Swifty.
There it is. Here it is. This is Superflex rankings. He's going at the 8-8.
I like that. You're getting I mean, we actually went and looked at his numbers one time, right, JD? I remember you pulled up Swift.
Oh yeah, he's part of my solo videos right now, bro.
Yeah.
If you get a chance to go watch that, please go watch that, man.
Yeah, drop that in the link, or drop the link in the chat. Or we should put them in the description too, so we can tell people, hey, the link's in the description. Woo, you know what I mean?
Come on now.
Definitely that Swift video is legit. And then even on top of that, what he did last year, you could look at what he did with the one season with Ben Johnson, where and he was dope, because what they
had 70 targets and a 15% target market share, and that was top 5 at the position.
Woo!
Yeah, and he doesn't have anything outside of the rookie that's probably just gonna play special teams and maybe see the field occasionally.
Yeah,
I can say occasionally,
like a return
guy
guy
in the ball every game, even like Manon guy or whatever, the Manon guy.
Yeah, the Money Gang.
The Money Gang, he ain't Money Gang.
He might be like a return guy initially.
Great career, right? But right now with that running back room, I don't see him making an impact anytime soon. So you start to see some of these guys get hurt. Up. Roshan Johnson.
And Roshan is the biggest back they got.
He's pass pro. He understands the passing game as a quarterback. So he's gonna see some of the little things that probably indicate whether or not this guy's going in for pass rush or can I stick with a zone protection, or do I have to like basically break and give up my body give up my body to like stop this bull from like killing the quarterback.
Yep, get some kind of chip in there.
Yeah, it's scary, bro. Like,
you remember Philip Lindsay
in there?
Hey, remember Philip Lindsay?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Remember he was a little fucker, and he beat out Royce Freeman because he could pass pro better than Royce Freeman. And like I remember Philip Lindsay, it would always be Chris Collinsworth, because you know how he like over obsesses off something. Oh man, this Philip Lindsay. Let's look at this. And then they're showing a replay. And he's like, he has like a corkscrew maneuver. Like he gets real low and then corkscrews up. Boom. But it's like the timing has to be right. And he's not knocking no one down, but he's definitely veering the guy off his path.
Yeah.
I was like, look at little Philip Lindsay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a role,
and it gets you on the field.
The running back just doesn't handle some carries. They're making some blocks out there for sure and playing.
What about Genty? What do you think Genty's going to be like in the pass pro?
I'm hoping, cross our fingers, we get a guy that is as good as Gibbs, and we're liking everything that we want out of a running back. I think Genty's capable. It's just, are the Raiders going to be able to get him a little bit of room to make big plays? And I think the Raiders are going to continue to improve. I feel like they got a little bit better. I was expecting their defense to do a lot better than they did. But this year, maybe the defense does get back on track to look like a unit, and Tyree Wilson and some of the younger guys that haven't been able to get enough play to make a huge impact. But I like some younger players.
Let me ask you some thoughts here.
Hey, Peacock said he
I'll
gonna
be
be
right
Bo
back.
Jackson 2.0.
Small Bo Jackson.
Man, I mean that would be nice. And Peacock
No, that would be he
that,
dies after like 2 seasons.
that system was pretty. That system for a healthy running back was sustainable for us in fantasy. It was like RB2 flex worthy. The Raiders running backs that were 100% healthy were looking okay, and outside of Samir White, whatever his issue was, but
Zeus.
all the other guys they looked okay, and then the lightest hitting out of the bunch, where nobody was expecting him to get any playing time. Forgive me for not knowing the guy's name, but he had like that one half where he filled in after injury and looked pretty good. Waiver wire darling, because he got like a touchdown and almost 100 yards in like one half, and then goes into the next game and looks pretty good for a 20 carries, and then gets hurt and is done for the year. So there's this is after Madison got hurt. There was another guy that replaced Madison, and
the OG dude, Abdullah.
No, another guy, Peacock. If he's paying attention, he'll throw it into the chat. But let me pull it up.
I don't know why I can't fucking think.
Yeah, I forget what his name is. I want to say it might be like
McCormick.
McCormick. Yeah.
Show the drummer some motherfucking love. There it is.
Yeah. So
McCormick's seasonings.
If sincere McCormick can be successful, then I think JT is gonna be just fine playing for the Raiders.
Fucking sincere McCormick, the all-purpose seasoning.
Man, I love
the salt and the other one.
That McCormick seasoning is definitely legit.
Come on now.
I love just stacking them up in my car.
Oh, my mama, they got all the flavor grilling seasonings when you want to do some grilling and all types of shit, bro.
Oh man, so it makes the meal interesting, not knowing. Oh, okay, because they come out with new flavors too.
Facts.
I feel like this last year they came out with 2 rubs that I had never even seen. So. I can't testify that they're brand new. Maybe they're just to my region, but yeah, I feel like McCormick. If you're smoking meat and barbecuing and stuff, that's not a bad brand.
The kid is talking his language, food.
Come on now, facts.
Oh yeah.
We got some Bears inside information.
Oh, kid, that's a dope shirt, man.
I got the flame.
Hold on, let me give you the solo. Let me give you the solo, big bro.
Get that shirt. I need my own.
One more time. Let's get it.
Hey, we got
4th of July right around the corner, man.
Hey, we got the guy drinking the Duff beer.
Get in the shirt and get all the flames going on.
Oh man.
That's a dope shirt.
Hey, in California, they already started putting up the motherfucking fireworks stand. That's how you know it's right around the corner, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was.
Hey, it don't matter how many fires we have in this motherfucking state. We still light the fireworks.
Yeah.
Oh my mama.
We gonna celebrate for America.
America. The birth of America. Hey, we got some Bears inside information. Carl said the Bears wanted Travion Henderson, but New England snagged it. Then they wanted Caleb, but Pittsburgh snapped him. So they traded back again, tried to get Scatterboo out of Sacramento. The Giants put the rug on him from underneath. 100%. So they was thirsty for a running back, he said.
Oh yeah.
And it does say a lot, even for the money game kid. Yeah, like they still, I heard they liked him a lot, so they snatched him up. You know what I mean?
Let's get it.
Yeah, maybe it was bad luck that they didn't get any of the guys that were interesting to take in those rounds, but
so obviously Henderson, because Henderson could pass pro and he's badass. Yeah. But
like,
look at Caleb. Who they say? Caleb Scatterboo. They were trying to get like a big bruiser Monty type. You know what I mean? That could also catch the ball as well. Because they want to have a 1-2 punch over there. That's Ben Johnson's style. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Roshan Johnson. Don't die on me.
Yeah, Roshan.
He might be a thing. He might be like a flex-worthy thing.
Yeah. Yeah. He's going to be one of those players that's capable of getting a passing touchdown, a rushing touchdown, and a receiving touchdown.
He used to play QB too, for real.
Yeah.
Who?
Roscoe,
Who used to play QB?
I believe
Roshan
Johnson.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's dope.
I don't think he was good enough for Texas, so they turned him into a running back.
Okay, that's what that was. Sick. I always like the ones that, because like you naturally know where the QB wants you to be in the passing game, and like
at least for me, it's definitely reading pre-snap.
Ooh. But see, Roshan, though, right?
You're furthest back. You get the best. You get the best vision, right? So, or you're either standing next to the quarterback or you're behind him, so you see the whole defensive alignment, and then you can see all the motion. And as a quarterback, that's useful information. And as a running back, I mean, you're gonna pick up some. Hopefully, you're gonna be able to pick up some blitzes. You know.
Yeah, and Roshan, he's just by de facto the biggest running back they got on the roster, right?
He's 6'2". I want to say he's 6'2".
Yeah,
he's pretty tall.
He's not a little dude. Pause.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Look at Lee.
He said, "Yeah, exactly." I was Lee's ready to get anybody with the balls on.
I see you, big bro.
Hey, you know how like Gandalf was Gandalf the Grey, and they turned Gandalf the White, bro. I think he's years the White now, bro. He's just
come on now.
You didn't elevate it.
So
I'm trying to get better.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna walk my little man out.
I'm trying to get better, Bogey.
We got Bakes in the building, top of the morning. Bakes. And then Carl said the Bears' plan was not to take an RB in the 7th. They messed up by trading down and screwed themselves. They had to settle for the cream of Monagai.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that I mean the situation, it was tough. It's a there are
cream of Monagai is diabolical, bro.
What did the Bears actually do? Because I honestly I don't know what they did on their draft, but did they smash it? Did they do a good job?
I don't think so.
So you had the two offensive players in the first round or the first 2 rounds. You took you took Hippolyte in the 4th or the 5th round, which was a linebacker. The 7th round pick that we know for sure, and the running back. So we got a few picks that we missing 100%. So maybe Carl could fill it in, but
yeah. All right, well, shit.
Oh, I want to say they took a tackle in the draft as well. I want to say they took a tackle late.
If anything, they went in their division and they said, "I'm taking your best guys," and then now Detroit's going, "Shit, what did we do? We basically were just coach raped. Like they fucking took everybody from us."
Come on now.
I got the pause. The pause effect.
Shout out to our DJ, man.
Yeah.
On the 1 and 2s. Oh, my baba, babe.
All right. Yeah, YouTube's rules. I'm sorry about it. I forgot. Sometimes I just think that, like, me being as an American, I get to say whatever I want.
Our First Amendment, man.
We all have that. I like to say what I did. I got no filter, though. That's my problem.
Yeah,
I
see,
gotta make sure I have a filter.
You know what's wild, and I don't know if this is totally this is not relevant to anything about the show, but when I was a kid, like literally in the most frequent used word I believe was was like everything was gay. You're gay, or that's gay, or just like the derogatory use of gay, like as common as any other word in the dictionary.
My cousin's gay, and I said that to her one time, and I was just like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and she's like,
For a long
"It's all
time,
right. We're
it went away.
millennials."
You couldn't say that word, but I hear it popping up from time to time, and I'm like laughing because I thought it was ridiculous. People were giving that much, were paying that much attention to it and feeling heart, or taking it to the heart. Where it's like, I don't think they use it the way that you think they are. Like, I think they just use it because it's, I don't know, a synonym and eventually in slang terms, I guess. But to each their own. If it hurts somebody's feelings, I'm not gonna pressure them and say shit in front of their face and make them feel like shit. But in normal conversation and interacting with people that I'm familiar with and comfortable with, I thought it was I thought it was funny when I heard young people saying gay, like they were using the word gay, and I was like, oh wow. So it's like I haven't heard that one in a long time. I feel like kids are picking it up, and or they're getting influence from the what is this, the DEI, the politics on it. They're paying attention, and they're using words that their parents used that are no longer like appropriate. You're like, man, I can tell you how frequent everybody was using that word. Like, it wasn't I don't know. We didn't think it was a thing in 4th grade. Why do we, as 40-year-olds, go, oh my God, we can't use that word?
We gotta be politically correct. Oh my mama, and them is facts. I used to say that shit all the time, bro. And
man, that shit's gay, right?
Right, facts. And I don't know if everybody know about the Boondocks. That's what Riley used to say all the time too, bro. Riley always used to be getting on his brother. You and I'm like, oh my goodness, bro.
Yeah,
facts. That shit is crazy, bro. If you just think about how we used to just say that shit, and then when you started seeing the fucking like Cam and them and Dame and them in the early 2000s, you know what I mean? That's when you first started hearing about Paul's. Paul's been around for a long time too on everything. Facts. Yeah, that shit is crazy.
Because man, we used to say no homo, and then like
100%. Yep, that was our shit over here.
Facts.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And some of I had many East Coast adventures allegedly, and then shout out to my Puerto Rican partner. He had me up in Spanish Harlem with his cousins and shit, and you know what I mean. And they was all on pause. And I picked up on it quickly because it would just be like, they'd be like, oh man, that's a big one right there, like the blunt, and then pause. And I was like, I immediately picked up like, oh, that's like no homo. Then I'm, as like Spotify and things of that nature started coming out, and then like now I'm going through old catalogs and shit. And I remember I was like listening to the old Blueprint, and he's like, where your dogs at? Whoa. Where your balls at? Whoa. Had to pause that. Whoa. And I was like, oh shit, that's like 2002. Like, it's just like bet. Like go back and watch House Party. They were saying bet in House Party. I was like, holy shit, that's crazy. You know what I mean?
Come on now.
But yeah, I totally agree with y'all. I mean, we just got to use the word gay properly. Like, like when someone's really happy, like Lee, I know you're pretty gay today because it's your 50th birthday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's happy. It means happy.
It does, yeah. But you have to say the right people to be correct. If not, you upset the wrong apple cart.
The rotten apple cart.
The wrong apple cart.
Oh, the wrong apple cart. My bad, big bro.
You say things the wrong like living in Massachusetts, right? If you say things to someone the wrong way,
yeah, like saying SMD to any man, period, is like a death wish.
Exactly.
Hey, Lee, guess what Minnesota did made for you, big bro?
Huh? What's that? What did he make?
You can't see it on the screen?
Bolts with the ears.
Oh, yeah. I
Oh,
appreciate
nice.
that. I showed that to someone else in this household. They're like, who made that? TikTok? I go, no, that was Dennis.
Yeah, that was Minnesota Den. He sent me that earlier. My bad, Minnesota Den. I just seen it, big bro.
I appreciate
Yeah.
it. Dig deep.
Pause.
I took a pause, but I'm getting better.
Big D. Yeah, and
My time Vegas rolls around, my pauses will be pulled.
I mean, we grew up in the 90s, and I feel like, you know, the ones that just grew up from our era, they know there's no offense to it, but it definitely doesn't age well, right? Certain things.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, we're not that far removed from Superbad. We're like, oh, that's gay. You know what I mean? That's just how kids talk. We're you know what I mean? For how we talked growing up. It was, yeah, really, never realized how homophobic the era was.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know, homophobic, is that like, phobic means like, you're scared of it, right? I don't think I was ever scared of it. Man, and I don't know, in my dad's era, if you got caught, like somebody like outed you, or if you outed yourself, and you probably get your ass kicked all the time.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Yeah, that was some wild fucking times, bro. Everything. No
Oh,
talk.
for sure, man. Pause.
Yeah. And that's a part of like the negative, because I don't think there's no like gay pride until I was probably already almost graduated high school, or already graduated high school, you know what I mean?
Right.
I don't think that was like a thing. And that's because my dad was always like, said stuff along the lines where there's no way that like that makes any sense. And so I always thought it was that was true. But then you start to talk to people and you're like, well, it makes sense now that I hear their story. But obviously to my dad, it's like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
Hey,
my dad was old school. If I said half the things I said now, I wouldn't even have a hide, man. I'd be fucking whooping. Hey, get the fuck out away from me.
Yeah, you find out there's like, oh well, I guess there's people out there like that. That's their shit.
Yeah.
It's not
To all
uncommon.
suits their own.
It's definitely not as uncommon that your feelings are leading you to believe like sure yeah. There are eras, and good for the younger generations for being a little bit more upfront about being accepting of individuality, I guess. I don't know. Makes it easier for the kids, at least. Fucking bullying and picking on kids. I don't know, like, looking back at it, I was a part of bullying. Looking back at it, I'm like, I don't know why I would like give that much attention to talking shit to people.
We'll have a gay old time.
Yeah,
Flintstones.
that's another one. The Flintstones, they were definitely a staple every Sunday afternoon.
Bert and Ernie.
They did
I
the
heard Bert and Ernie. That was like
they did the whole
guys who did the fucking
Hanna-Barbera
shit.
hours. Like for like 3 hours, it was just like Hanna-Barbera cartoons. Yogi Bear, fucking and then on
Hey, Yogi Bear is fucking dope.
Saturdays they had other ones. They had Bullwinkle on Sundays on that one too, and then Saturdays was everything else. I felt like all the cool stuff, all the cool new stuff, and then like
And where's this on?
just like UHF, VHF.
Oh, okay.
You know,
and they still
over
showing all that shit now.
Yeah. So you scrolling on the weekends, you know, so you get your Saturday morning cartoons, and then
Stick.
and then on Sundays they had some shit for kids, but it wasn't like because
Did you ever fuck with Tiny Toons?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, on Sundays they did the fucking Jesus fucking sit there and say praise Jesus and give us some money and all that fucking like
Oh yeah. They would have
the evangelical
television
Sundays.
evangelists.
Oh, that shit. Oh god.
They would have the TV evangelists.
Yeah. So Sunday was full of that. I couldn't get away from it on Sundays. I was like,
Jim Jones was the television evangelist.
but
that.
I think
we all know how that turned out.
They showed a little bit of old school, and then they would show like 2 movies before it was like time for dinner. Maybe only 1 because they had a fucking commercial break every 15 minutes at minimum.
Back in the days, I felt like if it was a 30-minute program, we got like 23 minutes of cartoon back in the day. Now it's probably like 17 or 18.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, think about this. That's why it's almost better for them streaming platforms to have these programs because we're getting better quality shit. Like, you know what I mean? It's not forced around some criteria for network television. You know what I mean? What do they call that? Terrestrial TV? No, that's radio. Like program television versus like we just got fucking databases. We can go and watch shit now. Like, you know what I mean? Shout out to my man Slim. I was chopping game with him yesterday. He was like, "Man, you got to go fuck with Dope Thief. It's on Apple TV." So I started last night. It's pretty dope.
What is it called, Bogey?
Dope Thief.
So is he actually going in and
they're posing as DEA agents, him and a partner, and they're robbing drug dealers.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll just say that. And then they end up robbing the wrong motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And that are in a hell of shit.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah, exactly.
Eventually it's bound to happen.
Some shit.
You're gonna fuck with the wrong one today.
That's all he told me too. And I watched the first episode. I was like, okay, because he didn't spoil anything. It's all just like the way I just told y'all that, just for the intrigue. Like, you know what I mean? Just to get the intrigue. Yeah. Dope Thief. Looks like I'm gonna finish this one out. This one looks pretty dope. And came highly recommended. So I was like, all right, cool. Peep this shit out.
Oh, Roshan is only 6 foot according to Carl, which I'm inclined to.
So he was a short QB, and now he's a tall running back.
Yeah, no wonder they took him. Yeah.
Yeah, he can pass pro though too. Let's go. Yeah. And then Swift, I mean, I guess he never graded terribly in pass pro, but he's just like. It's not what that's not. I don't see him.
It's just another system that he's familiar with. So I think like it's already just kind of like lined up. Where it's like, for sure, the guy comes
he's gonna get majority of the work.
Oh, perfect! I got Swift to work with, so at least he's gonna understand the system, and I don't
immediately
start from scratch.
If he gets a hamstring somewhere, right? Money gang, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Money gang.
Who's this running back I just picked up everywhere because I just looked at the trending. He was trending. It was Corbin, but he's over there in Atlanta. Was he any good back in the day? He's like 6 foot 220.
I think it's because they made a roster cut on McClellan, so he gets cut, and they just said, okay, this guy's on the depth chart. I don't expect him to do anything.
I definitely spent $11 on him everywhere.
It's tough to say anybody outside.
I have Bijan in a couple spots,
and Bijan are worth the fuck on that team right now. Besides those 2 guys,
I just picked them up.
They're nice. They're nice pieces, obviously. Bijan and Algier still good.
Yeah, but okay, so that's why he was trending because of that roster cut. And why is Henry Ruggs trending right now? Like, isn't he in the beat that way?
Maybe that's a dynasty.
I'm just trying to catch up on the last couple of things because
he got released
I was absent
to
for the
give a
last couple of
statement.
days, like in mind, body, and spirit.
He got released for a
I was
special
on
statement
tequila
to the family
and mushrooms for like days.
Yeah,
He got released to make a statement, but
he got released to make a statement to the family, right? that he messed up their lives.
He's still incarcerated, isn't he?
I think he went back. It was just like a special thing where he went to like address and give a statement and apologize formally and all this stuff.
Okay, so this is good. So it starts with good PR.
Yeah. So then I guess that's why people probably misinformed and then just started picking him up just because, and then that's why he's trending.
Okay, good. Good thing I didn't spend $11 on him anywhere. I didn't even claim him anywhere, but he's like available everywhere. Oh, that's what. It's funny because like we were just talking about Bo Nix. You know what I mean? He's a flash in the pan, and he got the hip right. So essentially, he's a flash in the pan, but so polarizing because he was a two sport guy. And then the Henry Ruggs was supposed to be like their version of Tyreek Hill. Like I'm just trying to think about Jamarcus Russell. They didn't have the greatest first round luck.
Yeah, Henry Ruggs release date July 4th, 2027. So still has another 2 years.
Yeah, well, he did something over the weekend. He went to they let him out of jail, and he apologized to the family that had the woman he killed. He apologized to her family.
I just said that about 30 seconds ago.
Dude, I sometimes for Lee, it just
we just let him do it. It's
like
awesome.
delay, dude.
We're all tight about it, and then he comes in. He's like, "Oh, pause, breaking news."
No, I didn't even say. I kept it out because I'm like, it was worthless.
No, the best is when the touchdowns got scored. And then he said, because he always gets me. He always gets me. He goes, "Oh, Eagles touchdown." I go, "Oh, again."
When we're watching live
it's the same one.
The best, for sure. Man, I can't wait to rock. I got Sundays off from now on.
The NFL's.
I'm rocking
Man,
all day on
we have
8 days away from kickoff.
We got 9 Fridays, and we're until Vegas, man. I'm looking forward to this shit.
Oh yeah, you guys aren't forgetting me in Sacramento, right? So I can book my flight already.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, then I'm booking it. Boom today.
Yep, I'm like 20 minutes from the airport, 40 minutes from the airport. So even if worst case scenario, I just put you in an Uber or something. You know what I mean? Because like maneuvers around.
I'll get there by lunchtime. So if for some reason we're delayed, like we're not leaving till later or whatever, then I'll Uber that way.
Y'all are gonna be so loaded by the time you even get to Vegas. I'm gonna be
I know, right?
We're gonna have time to sleep.
How long is that trip you guys are taking?
No way.
It's like a 6-7 hour drive.
Look,
no, that's a piece of
no,
cake.
it's gonna be like more like closer to 8 to 9 because of the we're not gonna be going like 70. You know what I mean? Probably going. We'll have some moments on the stretches where we're hitting like 65. You know what I mean?
Is there a bathroom on the RV?
Yes.
All right, then. We should make good time then.
Yeah. And I'll make sure I go get you some of those.
It's called smoking in the boys' room.
Yeah.
Hey, so what day are you
getting
in the what day are you getting in the rig and heading over?
What's up?
What day are you getting in the rig and heading over to Vegas?
So Wednesday. So remember initially we're all gonna arrive Thursday, so now it's Wednesday.
So it's Wednesday night?
Yeah, because we're gonna leave like so. When are you arriving, Peacock? Wednesday, like you said, noon.
My flight says 11:48. So yeah.
Okay, perfect. So let's just say noon, or maybe worst case scenario 1 o'clock, because then our intentions are to leave by like 2:30. You know what I mean? Then the first stop is boom to Steamboat, and because he's about like 2 hours in the direction we're going. Right? He's right where he's off the 5, which is the Interstate 5. Right? Boom, pick him up. But he even said, so I was like, hey, I said, are you in a cul-de-sac or some kind of like a through street? Because we're gonna be mobbing in the big bus. And he's like, I'll meet you. He's like, there's a Walmart down the street. I said, perfect. Because
meet you on the exit.
We're fuel up on everything we need at that Walmart, more than likely. And then boom, then it's 6 hours from there. You know what I mean? Yeah, so it's kind of broken up, and we're streaming, baby.
I'm gonna order like a little mount for my phone. That way I can stream out like the Peacock cam.
Hey, I got the cameras, bro. Y'all don't even gotta worry about that. On my mama, if because I got a hotspot for my iPad, but if it's Wi-Fi on that bitch,
Yeah,
it's
there should
even.
be. I know my dad got the Wi-Fi on the joint.
Well, it'll go down then. On my mama, the cameras that I use for in studio, bro, it'll be a rip. It'll be a wrap. On my mama.
Yeah, and like it's like imagine like getting on an actual bus. Only like instead of like the chairs, it's like here's the little kitchen and here's the fucking couch and here's the co-pilot seat and the pilot seat, and then there's a table with some chairs, and you know what I mean. Then there's a bathroom with a hallway, and it goes to the little master bedroom. So if somebody want to actually get some shut eye where it's it's more quiet, boom, as quiet as a bus gets, at least in emotion.
Put me right.
But there's a bed, full queen size. You know what I mean? Yeah. I've only my dad only started being like the RV guy probably in the last like 15 years. So I went on a handful of trips with them, but it's always a good time. You know what I mean?
Come on now.
The kids love it. And like, I'm just a big kid.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna be a big kid this trip.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my dad's a fool with it too, because normally too he's just where's my hat? Boom, busts the captain hat on. You know what I mean? Got the shit, you know what I mean? Yeah. Shit funny.
It's going down, boy.
Yeah, it was actually his idea, and then the idea just this is what it morphed into. You know what I mean?
Now, how many of you are all going in the RV?
To ride comfortably, it's like 6, so that's what we're doing. You know what I mean?
Nice.
We got me, JD, Peacock, Candlestick, Steamboat, Pop L's. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah, because we could mob like, listen, we used to do like mini trips, like to go out to Napa and shit, and so I'd tell all the homies and all the, it'd be like there'd be like 7 couples, and we're just riding and standing and then holding on to shit. But to ride comfortably, 6 is like what I'd recommend. You know what I mean? So we got it. It's the GWN bus.
Come on now.
We're on the way to Vegas. That's why I was like, you know what, Peacock, fucking fly out here if you can do an extra day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Peacock is about to endure, like he's got it's the long flight. Then we got the long drive, but at least the drive is comfortable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it should be okay. Should be okay. The wife was, I guess, feeling guilty about being out or whatever. She's like, when are you going to Vegas? And I gave her the dates. And then she sent me like the round trip info. And I was like, oh no, like I was going to go to Sacramento or whatever. And she's like, oh, okay, cool. And then like she sent me the other flights. Like she's like, you better book now before prices go up or whatever. And I was like, the rates have been.
Whoa,
let's go.
Let's go. Just push this ticket to the GWN bus.
The GWN bus in full
Man,
effect.
you get a big old GWN sticker for that bus, a magnet. Pause.
I could get like a banner or something.
Yeah, that's what
There
I'm
you
saying.
go.
I'll order one.
Or a flag that I can, even a flag that I can.
That's why I'll have the little grommets, the tapestry, and you can just like pin it on something and it'll flap like a flag.
There you go.
Yo, that's gonna be a dope ride, man. You guys are gonna have fun.
Come on now.
It's called. We're gonna get glorious.
Yo,
we're gonna go slow.
It is what it is, man. You can just say what you please.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I promise you, there's probably going to be a nap or a pass out or a nap or something for one time a point for me, you know what I mean? Because, you know what I'm saying? You got to. It's a long trip. Take a nap real quick. We're elderly. Or we won't have a nap because I'm too loud and no one can sleep. We should put under over. I have my voice by the time we even get there. You know what I mean?
Oh shit!
Hey, I was infamous for no voice in Vegas, just still throwing out sign language and shit. Just like, look, Tino. Last time we was in Vegas, Tino was on no voice mode. But I think it was because he was so loaded though too.
Being the third and first base coach, throwing hand signals on my mama.
You feel me? Doing all kind of whatever the fuck they do.
Oh my mama.
They give the secret codes.
Fucking A.
Yeah, that'd be dope. A little GW. Yeah. Whenever you cook one up, I'll go peep it on the site. You know what I mean? Because I know they got banners on there.
Yeah, I'll probably have the one that we have with the logo and the diamonds. I can put that one on the
Yeah, and it's those things where it's like kind of like the plastic, and it has the little fucking the little metal circle things.
Yeah, the little grommet. I think they're under tapestries.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Tapestry. Oh yeah, you sent me a dope tapestry before.
There you go.
I still got it. I had it folded up nicely. It was the one with the crazy hot alien chick.
Yeah.
It ain't the one from Total Recall. Is it the bride from Total Recall?
No, it was like some psychedelic. It was like some psychedelic trippy like
glow in the dark stuff.
Total Recall. That baby had 3 of them joints, boy.
You got 3 hands.
Oh my mama.
That's how they do it on Mars.
Fucking
That's
hey.
some fucking crazy shit.
Hey, Total Recall is the trip. You ever revisited that?
No,
I
I ain't
remake
seen that
also.
shit since I was a kid, bro.
No.
Oh my
No,
balls.
I've seen it plenty of times, but I saw the remake
It's
also.
like super meta.
That shit
It
crazy.
is because you don't know what part is the dream vacation or what isn't, you know.
Right? I was tripping
was it
like, 'cause
all
I
in
was like,
this-
oh, and I didn't even watch the movie again. I just stumbled upon someone's like you know, like they do movie reviews for like throwbacks and shit. And then they broke down Total Recall. I was like, oh shit. Because
Check
all
out
I remember is the 3 titties. That's all I remember as a kid.
That's all I remember as a
And
kid.
then, you know, their head
Classics,
splitting up.
60-second classics.
Oh,
Oh yeah, wasn't it some twins on there too?
it was like projecting like Avatar. Like it's kind of it's a
I
mind fuck.
want to.
Oh yeah, it is like Avatar, kind of the what is it though?
Yeah, they're like projecting their like.
Right, they was like computers or some shit like that. I forget.
Yeah, it goes in and you choose like a package, almost like Vanilla Sky, also with Tom Cruise.
Oh
I ain't-
yeah, I remember.
I ain't seen that movie
Vanilla
in
Sky.
hella years.
Open your eyes.
She was like, "I let you bust in me" or whatever.
What?
Cameron Diaz was
and
she
Penelope
was
Cruz.
a psycho
Man,
in that one.
Hey, Cameron
both like
Diaz
them,
used to be the shit, bro. She was
Yeah, she
in
did.
she was in the Willie Beeman movie with LL Cool J Any Given
Yeah.
Sunday, bro. She was oh my goodness.
Yeah, even
Oh,
in the
wow.
mask. She was hiding the mask too back in the day when she had the
Oh
long
yeah, that's
hair.
my favorite.
Charlie's
Yeah.
Angels.
They-
She was
they-
Charlie's
That was one of
Angels.
my favorite movies.
We learned something about Lee today. He's like, listen, Charlie's Angels, hands down.
Yeah, Lucy
I know.
Liu. It was Lucy Liu.
man. Come
Who
on
else?
now.
Was
And
it?
then it was Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
It was the debut of her shaved down jaw. Y'all ever notice that?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Cold World.
Because before that, she had that jaw on her, and then all of a sudden, in the Charlie's Angels movie, she was like real sharpened up, like, oh, she got some work done. She was like, my jaw looks too much like my father's.
Damn it.
Who was her father? He was like he had the jaw though. Pause.
Oh, I don't even know. I know she was a child actress. I didn't know she had a famous dad. Let me find out.
Did she have famous parents too, right? Maybe.
Who's
I
that?
might be totally wrong. She do look like she had her daddy jaw though. I tell you.
Let's see.
Like go from wedding singer to like
Yeah, John Drew Barrymore was an American film actor and member of the Barrymore family of actors, which
Yeah,
included
it's a
his
concert.
father and his father's siblings, Lionel and Ethel. He looks like he was a Western actor.
She probably he was all in the spaghetti western era.
Born to
The
John
shit kickers.
Barrymore, silent film actress Dolores Costello.
See silent film. Oh,
Her grandparents were silent film actors and actresses.
whoa.
But she
Yeah.
just comes from a long line. No wonder she's a child actress. She just comes from like
She
a
was
line,
in
like a
E.
guild.
There was like put her in the movie with the alien, bro. It's gonna blow. She was in that E.T.
Oh, there you go. Carl knew what was up.
There you
I
go.
was looking at the chat. Sorry, bro.
Carl's one of the most cultured in our chat. I ain't gonna lie. He'll know some shit from like the 1920s and shit.
Okay, so he says the whole movie is the dream. After he gets shot, it's the fantasy. So after he gets put into the chamber and they shoot him up with the drugs or whatever, the whole movie's a dream. Makes sense. I like when they both get thrown out and their helmets crack. Oh,
Yeah.
they're
Oh.
all big.
Total Recall. Sick.
Yeah, what's her face was in that shit? No, Sharon Stone, man.
Yeah.
But
she was actually
Sharon Stone. Yeah, she was very Sharon Stone in that movie.
Right?
Yeah, she's wearing like the 80s tight workout getup, like kicking his ass.
You know who was bad? Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman.
Oh, dude. Just Michelle Pfeiffer in general. You ever seen like Grease 2? She's in her early 20s.
Oh, back in the day.
Oh, Grease was the shit, bro. Both of them.
Olivia, what's her name?
Olivia Newton-John.
Newton-John.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Excuse me.
Yeah, that was the shit, bro. On my mom.
Movies because of her talent. No, I'm just saying, like, when you're a child actor, you can stay in Hollywood sometimes, you know?
Yeah, true.
Didn't know that her whole family was connected.
Oh,
like
fan,
that.
man. I mean, people don't even know Nicolas Cage. I think isn't he like
Francis Ford Coppola's nephew?
His nephew or son or something?
Nephew. Francis Ford Coppola is his uncle.
Yeah, so he was like, but he wanted to get in the game and like not just like get some handouts. So he's like, I'm gonna change my name. And then at that moment he was like, I'm gonna be the biggest over actor ever.
He's put out like 2 or 3 movies recently that I've heard cool stuff about that I need to check out.
Yeah, like the vampire one I heard was good.
Renfield?
Yeah, I heard that was good.
Oh, I saw that one. That was all right.
It was all right? Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm talking
All
about
them
more recent
motherfuckers in
ones that are
Hollywood
like
is all
some more recent ones that are like trippy psychedelic.
I saw a bootleg version of the one where he's the killer. Or not the killer, but he well, I don't want to spoil it. What is that?
The Surfer is a new one. The Surfer.
He plays a former glam rocker with all these bad like
the unbearable weight of massive talent.
Whoa.
Or is it Pig? Or like he's put out like 3 or 4 new ones recently that I haven't even checked out. I'm like, fuck.
It came out last year. I remember my kids, my oldest went to go watch it with her homegirls, and I was like, oh, I want to go watch it. And then
the one I want to watch is The Surfer, where he's like he's tripping at the beach or whatever, and he thinks that he just wants to go surfing, and they're like, you can't surf here, or somebody steals his surfboard, and it's like a fucking mind-bending desert psychological fear and loathing Las Vegas type of shit.
What is he on?
I have no idea. The whole thing was stripped out.
Okay, you had me. You had me sold.
Yeah, it's called The Surfer.
The other one, I think it's called the one I'm telling you about. It's a creepy horror movie though. It's like it's hella good. But yeah, but he plays this creepy character who used to be a glam rocker and has all these botched plastic surgeries. So he wears all his makeup and shit, and like he shows up at houses, and like there's all these girls that end up dying. Like it's like a pattern of these girls dying at a certain age, but they all have the same birthday. And he shows up and brings a freaking like a life-size doll of them, and he makes it like in this basement, and like then when he brings this doll to the house, they oddly accept it, and then all kind of crazy demonic shit starts happening in that house. And then usually
that one called Mandy.
Is that what it is, Mandy?
I don't know. I'm trying to look like.
I can't remember what it was called. It came out last year though. I actually found a bootleg version of it. It was hella crummy, but I watched the whole thing. It was hella good.
Yeah, he has some tripped out shit. I stayed in his. My homeboy got married in Vegas back in like 2018, and we stayed at his old house. It was tripped out. Mirrors on the ceiling, and every room was like a different fucking animal print. It was all tripped out.
Hey, you know what's dope? That house. I know which house you're talking about because Pauly Shore always references this house because Pauly Shore is one of the neighbors.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. And then, I don't know, it's real weird. Like, you can't really party there, like, loud outside. You have to be, like, inside the house. They have, like, a bunch of rules in the neighborhood. It's like an upscale Richie neighborhood, I guess, so.
Facts.
Oh, Bringing Out the Dead? Is this from last year?
Is that what
that's an old one. No, that's an old one. I'm looking at his filmography, but it's just like a bunch
I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember if it was like a one-word name movie.
Dream Scenario.
Lady Bird? No, it's not Lady Bird.
Lady Killer?
Is there a movie called Lady Bird?
I think there was.
This guy's made a bunch of, I don't know.
Hey, I don't want to say anything, but this delivery dude just walked up, right? And he delivered some shit. Pause. But this dude is gigging hard, bro, and he's slapping some prints. I was like, look at this dude.
That's my guy right there, right? Man.
I'm like, yo, bro, dope. He enjoys his job. He's in it just
100%. He's starting this pride off with some motherfucking real feel-good music.
He didn't even make it not a sound too. Just drops the package nice and lightly. He's gigging back to the car and shit.
That's my guy right there, man.
Jumped in that thing. That's
Long
crazy.
Legs?
That Amazon got all the fucking electric shit. What is it called?
Long Legs? Is he in that
Long
one?
Legs. There it is. That's the one.
Okay.
It's trippy. He's
word, that's him.
Yeah, he's super over the top in this shit
What
too.
the fuck? Yes, I gotta watch that one. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's one of them. It's one of them ones that creep me out too. I'm like, oh shit, this is pretty good. Like, scary.
Yeah, that's what I do. Like, my wife don't watch fucking
Crazy,
nothing with me,
spooky,
especially
scary.
Yeah, it's one of them ones.
Shout out to Lefty Gunplay, man.
And so that movie came out, right? And my daughter, she goes, "Oh, let's go watch." She's like, "I'm gonna go watch Lady Bird." I go, "Oh, I want to go." She's like, "Oh, I'm going with my friends." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then so I was like, "Man, let me go find it online." And then I don't know if it was
Shout out to Carl for getting that one.
whatever the file. I looked up somewhere. Oh, it's one of those mobile vid woo-wops.
Peacock can sit right here saying, "Shout out to Carl for getting that one. Long legs, good job." That was going to be
10 points.
For a while.
Yeah,
10 points.
Yeah. Shout out to Carl. Yeah, because that one was about to kill me. I was like, "What is it called?" I'm like, it has an unsuspecting name. That's why. But yeah, long legs.
Long legs.
And he goes in and he's like, he tweets and shit. Tweet.
Oh yeah, I've seen that in the commercial.
Yeah, he's like, he's a trip in that movie. Hello, Lady Bird. But he said that's how he talks to them. He's like super, but it's like he's like a psychopath like that basically works for the devil in his mind. Yeah. Crazy. And he's like, and it's just all these murders these killings are happening, and he's not doing anything but bringing them these fucking creepy dolls that look like these girls that all have the same birthday, and it's all in the same time of year, and it's all in it's crazy. Oh, that's like the Trigon thing with I think they did a play on that actually, because even the promo for this movie last year, they tried to make it like it was some based on real life documentary style type of shit. Like when they were instead of putting out trailers. It did like a different marketing tactic. Yeah, and then and then the movie comes out, and then it was they were getting good it was critically they were good critically, not critically. Is it critically acclaimed? Is that what I'm looking for? Critically acclaimed. Yeah, I guess it was critically acclaimed by whoever critically acclaims things. And I was like, okay, Nick. The critics. There you go. I mean, but aren't we critics too, right? Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to stop by saying I'm an analyst, right? I'm all of it. I like to break movies down and give my opinions. Yeah, see, I think we had a show like that before, right? Boom. Proof. Yep. We are critics. I think I'll say that was a good one. I remember I made Nelly go watch it, and he called me Boogs. It was a good movie, man. Oh, shout out to Nelly. Yeah, because I was like, Nelly, go watch that new Nick Cage. He hit me up. He's releasing his album soon, and so he gave me a credit on the album art. I was like, oh, badass, man. That's what's up. Yeah. Got an official credit on it. Yeah. So, which is dope, because say his shit blow up and then make hella money, it'll accumulate that money, that whatever point that they gave you on it, right? Then all you have to do at one point is go and make a DistroKid account or something like that. It costs you $39. Then you can go recoup all the bread. Cool. But it's cool because it reserves it for that individual. That it's called splits. You hear artists talk about that. So when we're putting out music independently, you know what I mean, we get to delegate the splits. You know what I mean? Pause. It's a 9-second pause rule. I had to think for about 3 or 4 seconds. Let's just pause that one. But yeah, maybe we could play movie passwords sometimes. Yeah, we'll have the name of the movie up, and then we'll give the clue, which would be the first letter, and then we'll just go from there. I think that's how you play it. That's how we used to pass the time for days, on those road trips. Yeah. Yeah, where we play our version of movie horse, right? So you had to spell movie, M-O-V-I-E, or you had to avoid getting spelled movie. So it'd be like this. It'd be I say an actor. So let's say, okay, let's watch. It'd be I say Antonio Banderas From Dusk Till Dawn. Right. Then the next person, you got to say a movie. You got to say a movie with another actor that's in that movie, or another Antonio Banderas. Steve Buscemi in whatever, because he was in that movie. Yeah, and see, this is how you win that game. Because then I'd be next. I'm like, fuck. Why'd you get up, Antonio Banderas, motherfucker? And I'm like, I'll take an M. And I'll take an M. You know what I mean? I'll take an M right there. I'm like, all right, fuck. You know what I mean? And then it goes on so forth. You know what I mean? And this shit go for days. And the next thing you know, we're all in LA. The movie game was the shit back in the day. See, you threw on a Steve Buscemi. I'm like, you know, this is before Google and all that shit. Well, at least before everyone like had the first reaction to go to Google. You know what I mean? You had to know shit. You know what I mean?
And he's like, yeah, you wouldn't have the title of the movie because that's the answer. Oh, let me get this.
I can't even think of another Steve Buscemi movie at all.
Man, Carl is a walking movie knowledge.
Yeah, hell yeah. We got to see this. We got to bring him on some movie shit. We got to bring some movie shit back. We have like, instead of like Carfax, it'd be like Carlfax. You know what I mean? We'll have like, no, seriously, we'll do a movie show and then like he'll come up with all the cool tidbits about the movies that we're breaking down. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what doing the movie shit's about. Like, oh, you know, this is the budget of the movie and like how difficult it was, or some of the actors hated each other. Like, what was that one the Scrooge? Like, I never knew everybody hated. They just all hated him. You know what I mean? Scrooge was the shit, or not Scrooge? Scrooge. Is that the one? The Bill Murray one. Hope I'm doing my water, man.
The Bill Murray is funny as shit is fucking Mrs. Doubtfire.
No, that's Robin Williams.
Robin, okay, good looking, bro. Rest in peace of Robin Williams.
Hella funny.
Rest in peace of Robin Williams. Mrs. Doubtfire. That shit is classic.
That man, if he didn't pass away, put out some of the best movies, man.
Yeah, that motherfucking Mrs. Doubtfire was a classic. That's part of my childhood. Me and my cousin Tanika, we watched that shit over and over and over and over.
Exactly.
Bro.
I love it because so stereotypical 90s, right? They're like, okay, so you're going through it you're going through a divorce with your lady. You're gonna lose his custody. You know what I'm saying? So you're getting partial, whatever. So to be around his kids more, he has to go to his gay brother, right?
Oh, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, he has to go to his gay brother and just make me a woman. He's like, oh, he's so happy. But of course they live in San Francisco, right? Because it's like, this was just the 90s where everything was stereotypical, right? Yeah, but see, he's just a father trying to fight for his kids. And it's funny too, because in the end, when he's in court, he's like, you know, I really just want to be in my, you know, just do anything for my kids and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, you know, from the heart, it really sounds good, but, you know, it could be just another phenomenal act because you just pulled one off playing this Mrs. Doubtfire. He's like, bong. Fucking no custody or whatever the fuck it was. Fucked him up in the end. Then
she pulls like when he gets the gig though at the end, which is turns everything
Mrs.
around.
Doubtfire.
Yeah.
Right? Look at that.
He's doing the whole puppet thing.
Tyler Perry probably watched that movie one day and was like, there's my ticket.
Medea is Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, like, this is what I gotta do. You know what I mean? Oh, they getting Tyler Perry right now. Did y'all see that?
No, but I'm tired of his movies everywhere, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. I've never was a Tyler Perry guy. My girl is. And I'm like, oh my God, it's so over the top.
Give me some more Jordan Peele shit.
Good, you know, there's some good with the bad, I'm sure, but
yeah,
just a lot of bad. Yeah. I'm not mad at the Medea shit. I've definitely watched Mushrooms on Medea and cracked up a little bit, but then it does a lot of
Well, I'm mad that there was like 40 of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, Medea does.
Because he was going to be the new Ernest.
Exactly.
He was like, he took Mrs. Doubtfire and Ernest, and it was like, this is exactly what I'm going to do. We're just going to beat it like a dead horse, just like Ernest did. No one ever got mad at a new Ernest movie, huh? Ernest goes to jail. Ernest scared stupid. Ernest goes to school.
Ernest goes to camp.
Ernest goes to camp.
He started out as a mellow yellow neighbor. It was like, what's going on? And he'd pop his head in the window and be like, what you got there? Whatever, in the mellow yellow commercials. And they just gave him a whole fucking movie
Gave
series.
him a whole gig. They're like, bring the hat.
Everybody likes you.
Ernest. And it's funny because What does that movie? What does that word mean? Earnest, like the definition. Does it mean like to be like odd or regular or something?
No idea. Earnest definition.
I know there's a movie.
Nobody uses it because it's a name.
Right?
Adjective. It means serious and sincere.
Oh, that's kind of him, huh?
Serious and sincere. Yeah, because
let me be earnest with you. Oh, it's like okay. Let me be frank means like super honest, right?
I need a term for my name. Like, let me be Miles with you.
Huh. Give you straight. You know what's funny? In my lifetime, I have a long, extensive list of people who've bogarted with me. You know what I mean? Like, shit. We all been bogarting these fantasy leagues for together for a long time. All of us. We're just trying to bogart all the chippers. You know what I mean? Hog them all.
Hog it.
One time I just looked up my name, Bogart, on the Urban Dictionary, and it was like the definition was like something shady, right? Like, but then it went to like where the actual words derived from and shit. And it was like it derives from the Dutch term of the Dutch name Boogard, right? Which is Boogard, and this is who Humphrey Bogart's name derived from. So, but it just at one point instead of the D, and they dropped one of the O's. Humphrey Bogart.
Very interesting.
Yeah, but I got my name Bogart from Beeps and Butthead because that's just they'd be like, stop bogarting it, bung wipe. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Hey, butt munch, stop bogarting the remote. You know what I mean?
Oh, he said something.
Hey, are they coming back with King of the Hill? Somebody say that recently?
They're supposed to. It's like 20 years later. And cool. Bobby's all grown up and
oh shit, word.
Yeah. He's like in his 20s, not all grown up, you know.
What the hell? I wonder if it's gonna be a throwback then, or if it's like 10 years from like where they left off.
Probably. I don't know if it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be set in like modern.
Would it be like 2009?
He'd be like in
like 2009, 10 or whatever. It's like, what the hell is Twitter?
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
We'll see. Hold on, let me see if I can find any information on it.
Because he could still be pushing propane, right? Is that like a clean? Is that considered clean? Like green? I mean.
Okay, so the reboot of King of the Hill will pick up 14 years after the original series concluded.
Okay, so we're talking like late 90s into the, so okay. We're already in like Twitter era and YouTube era. So we'll
follow the now retired Hills and a 20-something-year-old Bobby as he sets out to pursue a culinary career while his parents return to their Texas town of Arlen and attempt to navigate the modern world and its ever-expanding technology. After years working,
Tech's gonna be involved.
After years working a propane job. After years working a propane job in Saudi Arabia to earn their retirement nest egg, Hank and Peggy Hill returned to a changed Arlen, Texas to reconnect with old friends Dale, Boomhauer, and Bill.
Cool.
Yeah,
Bill's gonna look terrible.
You got that dang old Bill over here looking all fat and bald man. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. Woo, dog.
All right, so I'm not here. I got a slide. I gotta.
Let's do it.
Things.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
That's him.
Yeah,
that's him. Appreciate everybody for coming through, rocking out with us today.
Thank you, everyone, for the 50th birthday wishes. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday, Lee.
I appreciate each one of you, and I appreciate all of you for who you are and everything you do for this channel.
Hell yeah. You too, Lee. That goes out
check this out, Lee. We appreciate everything you do for this channel and just for who you are, Lee. We fucking love you, bro. Happy birthday.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Sir.
Blessed day.
Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Lee, I hope you have a tremendously awesome day and weekend celebrating your 50th. A great milestone. Glad to be a friend of yours, buddy. For everybody else out there watching, appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in with us. We should have some more content for you either this weekend or stay tuned for next week. We'll be rocking in.
Yeah, OJ and the Blunt for breakfast tomorrow. I think we got the return of our man Slim. You know what I mean? He said he's gonna pull up on us, so you know what I mean. Everybody, stay tuned.
Yeah, Kidda stays passing out. We'll let him get some rest. And we'll catch you guys on the next one, though. Appreciate all of y'all. Catch your playmakers later. Laters.